Hello, everybody, and welcome again to another Borderline Hooligans podcast. With me here today is Brennan,
Ahoy, ahoy.
Sav,
Hi.
Brady,
Present.
and Aaron.
I just want to go home.
And I am Alex, Ooga Booga motherfuckers.
Ooh, woo.
No. Okay.
Cute.
You lost me.
I just want to start off this episode by calling Alex a liar. You're a fucking fibber because you said last episode was going to be the last one of the year, but really this one comes out the Tuesday after Christmas, motherfucker.
Oh, does it? Okay,
Yes,
I was
it does.
wrong. So this is the last one of the year.
So Brennan didn't miss the last episode of the
Yay!
year.
We
The
are
gang's
all here
here
for the last episode of 2022.
Oh, yeah.
Our inaugural year.
Yeah, our first full year of podcasting.
Yeah.
Fucking
Time flies.
Bet I don't have a party popper. I feel like this is the moment for one of them.
We got nut
Oh,
Brennan.
There we
I
go.
was gonna
There we
say,
go.
It's the same thing.
Close enough.
Sorry, I'm
I mean,
out of
you-
practice. A little rusty.
A little rusty. Took off a week. You gotta
took
get back in
off-
the swing of things.
I mean, really, it's been about a month.
Well, yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what happens.
So-
You
Oh,
take
yeah.
off
You
one
miss
episode.
You miss one episode. You haven't recorded in a month. So,
Yeah.
So what
What?
I missed, guys?
what did you not listen to the last fucking episode?
Nah, I'm sorry, I didn't.
To be honest, I never
A
got
lot
to
of
doing
shit
mine
talking
either,
about
so.
you was done.
Yeah.
I would do that as well. So
Pretty sure you did when I wasn't here.
We did.
Yeah,
I never got around to watching mine either, but
Just-
I managed to fall asleep while watching things that are actually interesting, so.
I'm just letting you know, if you miss an episode, I will make fun of you the entire time.
That's
Wait,
the guy
wait.
who missed the first, like, you're the first person to miss an episode.
That was work related.
you set
You still missed
precedent.
it.
Okay. No, I called in, motherfucker.
So did I.
You never
You-
called in.
I mean, called. Oh, called into the episode.
Yeah,
I
actually
actually
called
I was
in.
still part of the.
I think meant called in sick.
No, no, still part of that episode.
He's still in there.
I was in pain, so
In
Oh.
pain.
Speaking of when you called in, since we gotta get in the
I cancel yourself.
You will?
Oh my
Yeah, I know.
god! Fucking restart. Jesus Christ! Scrap the file.
all right.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, since we gotta get in the habit of plugging ourselves,
What are we plugging ourselves into?
social media,
Tell them what you said today when I asked that question. What should I plug that into?
We're doing,
my ass.
That's exactly what he said.
we're doing fork outlet.
Oh, good. My fucking phone's about dead. I needed a charge.
Oh, jeez.
All right.
You can find us on Twitter and TikTok and Instagram as BL Hooligans. You can
And
find
now
us.
Pornhub.
Well, some of the more explicit episodes can be found on there.
It's my
Yeah.
time to go.
I'm finna head out.
It is Tuesday.
There we go.
Mm.
You
And
do have cat ears as well.
I do.
I'm
They're on
definitely in
backwards.
that.
Very
I'm
off-putting.
uncomfy.
I am.
I'm sorry, Sav. Did we make you uncomfortable?
Mom, come pick me up. I'm scared.
I'm in
All right.
danger.
All right, you gotta finish your plug.
Yeah, I do.
Anyways,
You can find us on Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram as BL Hooligans. You can find us on Twitch and YouTube as Borderline Hooligans. And I'm sure if you're listening to this episode and we have other episodes in the future, blah, 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 whatever, you want to know if we're on any social media platform, look up Borderline Hooligans. I'm sure you can find us.
Brady, are you thirsty? You are now. Drink up, bitch.
Ooh,
Drink
man, get
up,
extra
bitch. Got
fruity.
iced.
Oh, jeez,
Yeah, that means
I
gotta
hope you
chug the
know
whole
that
thing.
means get down on your knee,
Oh.
shotgun
Hug.
the bitch.
He already fucked it up, so now he can't shotgun it unless he wants to make a fucking mess over this wonderful
I hope
80s
you
carpet.
like that because
Wonderful
that
80s
drink
carpet.
is mine.
So are you going to drink this after him
I don't know. I'm just saying that is my drink.
that you put in
I don't
my
know.
fridge? Brady, what is it?
I
What is
It
it, Brady?
is
know.
Smirnoff Ice Pink Lemonade from a can, because I don't know if they come out of bottles too.
Some of them, yeah.
And it is good for like the
Ew.
first half a second, and then it's
Ah.
all downhill from there.
Ah,
Let me see what else I got on the list to see what it.
I'm
What it feeds.
offended.
It's definitely above Bush Apple.
I thought you,
I would say it's between Bush Apple and Screwball and Coke.
I could take that. Yeah.
The Screwball and Coke was very interesting to be like tasting like a Reese's peanut butter cup.
Oh shit! Let me see this fucking can so I can write this on. Yeah.
It's on both sides.
Jesus.
Just put
That's a lot to write.
Smirnoff Ice.
You know how many Smirnoff Ices there are?
Just write Smirnoff pink lemonade.
That's what I'm gonna do.
It's neon.
What does the ice mean? That's
Oh,
what they call them.
It's
It
cold.
means it's
Yeah.
cold.
It means
Yeah, but
yeah,
we were
because
right
you
on
could serve
there.
it warm, and that'd be a Smirnoff, not ice.
Smirnoff
You spelled
boiling.
that. There you
Smirnoff
go.
boiling.
Smirnoff
What's
Luke
Juicy
Temp.
Peach?
Room temp.
No,
I don't
what
remember
is
either.
that?
You're the one who picks the
The
titles.
The line of
Oh,
Kugel.
that's the Alina Kugel, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Ah,
Peach flavored. 10 out of 10 would
I
recommend.
know a guy who likes peaches.
I really like how all of the beers are just pretty down far.
He doesn't like the alcohol taste.
Even
so he
in-
Me
doesn't
neither.
appreciate.
Even in normal drinks, I like
You want
fruity
this,
stuff. Like fruit drinks.
Who's drinking this? Because Brady won't.
Lemonade, stuff like that.
Okay,
I
yeah.
like.
If I must.
If I must. I don't usually drink a whole lot of the. Like, I don't drink pop and stuff like that either. So
Because he doesn't like the pop taste.
no, that's
I
not
think
it.
It's
it's been in
actually-
your fridge for too long. A
Has it?
little
Is it not
flat.
actually?
It's a little
Oh,
flat.
It's a little
supposed
flat.
to be fizzy.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was
It's-
the thing.
It's a seltzer,
Seltzer?
correct?
That's just like the hanging chads. We have to
Yeah.
throw this one out.
This one doesn't count.
Does not count.
I get the reference. That was good.
Protest!
My bad. It's been sitting in Alex's fridge
My
for
bad.
a while.
Not bad.
Probably what? 3-4 months?
Ew, definitely.
Nice.
Definitely summertime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Oh, show.
My B.
Oh shit. What were we talking about at work? Oh, I wanted to tell the Bob story on the podcast.
Oh, jeez.
So at work, where me and Brady work, we have cats running around, and
no.
I named them all Bob. So anymore, when someone finds a cat, they're like, Bob's over there, Bob's over here, whatever. Well, today, one of the Bobs almost got ran over.
I consider this one to be the Bob. Like,
Yeah,
this is
he
one
is-
that you see the most.
The
Yeah.
bobbiest
I
of
call him Robert.
bobs.
He's
So-
Robert.
No, it's Bobbert.
No, it's
Bobbert.
Robert.
Bobbert.
Bop it.
Bop it.
Twist it. Pull it.
This cat though is so unaware of its surroundings. It's unbelievable.
Like
Damn.
it didn't die.
No.
Don't worry.
Yet.
I got
Not
I got
yet.
good news to tell you guys, but keep
Okay.
going.
But anyways, he almost got ran over 3 times today, and me and Bree's coworker came up to us, and I call him my work dad, and said, "Hey, we need to go on a Bob rescue mission because it's cold out right now. It was very cold out this morning when he was driving past him. He's like, I don't know if he just doesn't hold or if he's not doing well or what, but you need to go take care of Bob because he's getting in the way." And he was laying right next to like the lane that we drive the forklift across. So I went over there and picked Bob up. At first he was fighting with me, and then he kind of snuggled up and got all warm inside my arms. And then he fought with me some more. And I
He's
let
not
him
very
go out back.
strong.
No, he's not. He's very much a wild cat. Like, he doesn't get fed anything that he doesn't find and kill.
Excuse me, young son. Can you help me with my recyclings? Fuck off, old man. I gotta help this cat out.
Excuse me, son.
That's how it feels sometimes when we're doing stuff there and we're like walking through something stupid and like customers are just looking at us like, don't mind me, just walking through with my stack of Playboys, you know it.
Oh, I know
Don't
the other,
mind me.
I know the other day, a couple weeks ago, I was running a bunch of roll-offs, and Ron was like, fuck. Our boss was basically telling me, like, we need to get these done now. We need to get these done as soon as possible. So I was running through there with paperwork and stuff, and this old man literally stops me and says, "Hey, Sonny, can you, like, dump all my recycles for me?" And I was like, I'll get someone to help you. And I just darted past and yelled at the one coworker that has been working there for the longest time, but still answers to me and Brady, no questions asked. Told him to help him.
He's good at that, so perfect job for him.
Yeah.
So Sab, what was this good news?
Okay, listen up, guys. So you all know about Save Norm?
Oh no!
we save
no!
Did we save Norm?
We in fact saved Norm.
We
Fuck
did
yes.
not.
We
did
did.
something.
You heard
What?
it
We did a
here
thing.
first. You heard it here first. Borderline Hooligans saved Norm.
We are
I
the
don't give a
first to
shit
report.
what anybody else says. We saved Norm. Our political ads and campaign. We got Norm back
That
out there.
billboard we bought and the helicopter or the airplane with the big banner behind it.
We fucking painted the Goodyear blimp.
That message we put on the moon.
For legal reasons, these are not jokes.
Absolutely not. We do not kid about Norm.
So like they just brought him back.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like it was like the 125th anniversary of the school, and they came out with Norm the mascot, and we were like, he's back. What?
Norm's back.
No, here's what happened. He took Norm away from you guys, so that way that day would be more special.
They could bring him back.
Got it.
Like they knew they were going to bring him back. They just
Nope.
needed a reason to fucking celebrate 125 stupid fucking years.
Backlash was too great. They had to bring him back.
Borderline hooligans were coming on him way too hard.
We fucking did a thing.
What better way to celebrate the anniversary of your school than to bring back a beloved mascot?
That you just took away.
And it's all because
Literally
of our
just
pressure.
took away.
Less than a calendar year ago.
Well, we've been doing this for 1 calendar year at this point, so yeah.
Guys, we did it.
We literally had to get rid of our like jerseys that we had
Got
because
the
they had
replaced.
Norm on it.
And then they bring him back.
Yeah, how?
Maybe it was just a reasoning to get new outfits and everything.
Yeah,
But it's not
I'm
your
okay.
problem anymore, right?
It is. I graduated.
Hell yeah.
Where's your diploma?
In
Not
the
sent to me yet.
United States Postal Service system somewhere.
Social media manager Sav, until we have confirmed that you have graduated college, we
Oh.
can no longer have you working as social media manager Sav.
Oh, okay.
We have
It'll probably wind
requirements
up in
here.
Zimbabwe first or
Security
something
will,
like that.
will follow you to the exit.
Yeah.
Aaron, show her the door.
The door.
Right this way.
How rude.
The door.
This is gonna be one of the Yep, it is.
I like that. I like that as well, Brendan. I thought the same thing.
What?
Oh,
'Cause
nothing.
you actually showed her that something was just good about that.
door.
The door.
Hey, see this? It's a door now, see?
Ab's full of good news this week, though.
I am. Thanks.
Oh.
If you didn't see, I did a hair flip.
If you
Well,
didn't.
okay.
It is
Only
audio, so-
if you didn't hear, Sav did a hair flip.
Bigger problem if you did see. Get out.
Shit.
My bad.
Yeah, and if you have a camera hidden in here, tell me if there's a ghost, please.
Yeah,
There's
I'm gonna need that
definitely a
footage.
ghost.
Can you send me the best pictures you have of me? Because I have like fucking none.
Yeah, same.
No, so I got a story. So this last Friday we had our work Christmas party and we went to Topgolf.
Ooh.
Really fun. On the way down, we were passing this semi, and this semi had a fucking car battery dangling from it by the positive connection. I told these two guys at the bar, but I wanted to see your reaction. Like literally hanging off the fucking semi, nothing but the positive. The negative wasn't even connected to the thing. It was literally just the positive connection. And I swear to God, if that thing would have fell out, someone was losing a fucking car.
Yeah, that wouldn't be good if that just slammed into you.
No.
We're talking, you said on the interstate, right?
Yeah.
Like full speed.
This guy was going 70 miles an hour. Yeah.
Wow.
Imagine it just like falling off and then going into the oncoming lane.
Oh.
Because
Oh,
you're coming the other direction at a good speed as well. So it.
140-mile-an-hour collision.
Yeah.
Damn.
Ew.
Nice.
You're disgusting.
You disgust me.
You disgust.
What's that? Keep going. Okay. Oh, I couldn't do it.
I was waiting on it.
I know. Sorry.
Tease 'em.
Disappointment.
Indeed.
Oh, you fucking wait. I'll get one built up.
He's gonna have a big one later.
Oh, yeah.
Don't push him right away. Just hold him.
Guys, I gotta really burp.
So when I
don't know how much
started,
longer I can hold it.
when I started working where I am now, they put a prank on me where they had this battery that was empty that I guess somebody had brought in and filled full of water and tried to like sell it to try to like steal money basically. And so they had like confiscated it so the person couldn't do it again and emptied it. And they had a one of the employees hold it and act like it was a super heavy battery. And they were like, "Hey, check out this like really heavy battery that we have. Like it's pretty neat." I was pretty gullible at the time. You know, you don't know what you're doing.
At the time.
And so he does a really good it's kind of like acting like it's super heavy and like swinging it at me. And he threw it at me, and I'm assuming it's this super heavy battery. So I gotta like try to catch it by the handle and like gotta slow it down. And it's super light and just fucking bobble it up and it smacks me in the tooth. It fucking hit my lip and like pinched it between my teeth and I started bleeding and I was pissed. It was really good. Like nowadays I can laugh about it, but
Shit. Well, hell, the first time that I worked there, during the summer we would literally put like buckets on top of doorways and stand on top of the office and wait for a certain person to come out with a 5-gallon bucket full of ice cold water and just dump it on their head.
we still do it occasionally. We have this thing we call prank week where there's no week in particular. We'll just like start working on a Monday one Monday and somebody will randomly decide that this week is prank week. So like we'll just start pranking each other.
It's a good time.
I used to do shit like that all the time on the job sites. Like whenever we used to frame a lot, I'd take my freaking coworker's tool belt and I nail it to the floor. So whenever he goes to pick it up, he can't pick it up.
That's a good one.
It's really funny because we have this new guy starting at the beginning of the year, and he's like twice my age, and so he's gonna get to harass the fuck out of.
Does he have a lot of work experience? Do you know?
10 years.
Okay, so he wouldn't fall for the ID10T tool,
Or the
10-inch uter-inch punch.
right, or the wood stretcher,
Wood
The
stretcher.
board stretcher.
the board stretcher.
Oh, I know I pulled that a couple times at
At
when I was an
pull,
electrician.
Stretch.
I told people, like a new guy that came on for mechanical side, he was helping me do electrical work for some reason. I told him to go get me the cable stretcher.
Man, I just don't have enough cable. You don't go get me the cable stretcher, bud?
That's a
Oh,
classic in the industry, though. The cable
yeah,
stretcher.
Cable stretcher.
Wire stretcher. Yeah.
Yeah. Now at the recycling center, we like to go tell the new kids to go get us a copper magnet or an aluminum magnet.
Nice.
There was a couple years ago where one of the guys decided that they were going to prank another guy who left his car unlocked by taking an entire bag of shredded paper and just scattering it all across his car.
Oh, I'd be pissed.
And they even put it in the vents. So when he turned his vents on, it like blew out and like everything, the whole 9 yards.
I remember doing that to people with glitter.
Yeah.
So he got so pissed about it. I mean, he took it well, but like he got pretty mad about it to the point where he was just like, "Nope, screw it. I'm cleaning it on company time." So he just pulled his car into our new building and grabbed the shop vac and started cleaning it out. And our boss was just like, "Okay, not worried."
When there's that many high school kids around, though, he does not care.
But you know how they got back the guy that decided to do it?
What'd they do?
He found a rotten chicken leg and put it underneath the seat of his car.
It was in July, too.
It was super hot out.
Super hot.
I got a story. So, a couple of my buddies did the same thing, but they took a toad, threw it in the
Oh,
car,
no.
still hasn't found it.
Oh.
It's been literal months.
Ooh.
Does his car smell or?
He couldn't smell it. Like you open the door and you think that the thing just jumped out.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Wait, did we put that in yours?
Someone put one in mine. Yeah, I found it like 2 weeks later.
It happened on a Thursday night. It was all dried up and everything.
Ew.
Yeah, I was cleaning my car out and I was like, guys, what the fuck?
Remember when they did that? Yeah. I'm like, okay.
Apparently, the chicken leg must have been more noticeable because it only took him a couple weeks to realize that there was a really bad smell.
That's gotta be
I just don't know
bad.
where it's coming from.
It was already rotten before they put it in there as well. So, like, it came out of the trash already.
Oh, jeez.
I remember when they surrounded my car. I remember them being pissed about when I left work that day. Took my knife out and literally cut in between the car door, took it off my car and put it on the ground and drove away. Our boss made whoever did it clean it up.
Shit prank.
You were really mad, though, that time they put that a deodorant or cologne or whatever it was in
It
your
was
truck.
shaving cream.
No, I swore it was like smelly stuff. Like
It was, I don't know, it was some sort of smelly foam, and they got foam on my seat, and it literally ruined part of my truck seat.
but whenever he walked up to it, they told me they were gonna do it, and I told them I would not recommend it. I would not recommend fucking with it. And they were like, and they kind of talked about it. I'm like, I just wouldn't do
Like,
it.
I literally just got my truck at this point. Like, I only had it
Oh,
for...
I would have murdered a motherfucker if someone
I
did
was
that
ready
me.
to.
They wedged this container between the steering wheel and the seat, so it just continuously sprayed.
Oh my god.
no.
Yeah, I would literally fucking break
I thought it
someone's
was
skull
like
on the
Axe
ground.
body spray.
No, it was
stuff, I
some sort of
thought.
foam. There was foam all over my driver's seat, and some of it actually stained my driver's seat.
But whenever he got to his truck, the first instance, the way it looked like spray paint. And I thought he was gonna murder someone.
Oh, I was ready to.
I would have.
I was
For sure I
pissed.
would have.
Like,
I told him not to do it.
I just got this truck. Like, don't drive it unless it's a special occasion. The only reason I drove it to work because I didn't have any other car at the time, or my car was in the shop or something. And they decided to fuck with my truck. It pissed me off. Like, that's my nice vehicle. It's one thing if you did it to my van or my car or whatever. But my truck is a different fucking story.
Oh, if you're doing it to my shit box, I'll do it with you, but I
Yeah,
don't give
like,
a fuck.
I don't give a fuck.
It was prank week.
Frank Week.
Yeah. I was pissed.
After that, I didn't. Well, actually, after the paper story, I never left my car unlocked at work.
Yeah, fuck that.
So Brady, what was your embarrassing story
Okay.
you were gonna tell?
So
Oh.
I'm gonna need a sheet of paper. Can I write on this?
Embarrassing
Yeah, go ahead.
photo of SpongeBob at the Christmas party.
I'm just gonna need to use a name eventually, and I figure I'll just write it down so I can show you guys who it is. So I don't remember what grade this was in.
Oh, he
I was,
shit himself.
it's a close story to that kind of. I was pretty young at the time.
Wait, elementary school?
Yes,
Okay.
elementary school, like young enough not to know better, kind of thing. You'll understand about the age when I get into the story a little bit. So, you're probably gonna think this is weird and disgusting. You don't quite understand this, but it was hot that summer.
Jerking off.
And my
That's,
balls were sticking to my fucking leg, okay? It happens.
Yep,
Happens
it
to the best of
happens to
us.
the best
So-
of us.
Yep,
You know,
it
I'm
happens
young,
to the
stupid.
best of us.
Yes, Sav, not
I,
you.
you don't know what you're doing. So I just, reach in and just fix them, Well, I still to this day
Oh,
don't know
no.
if it was a student or a teacher or who it was, but they pulled someone. And I got called down to the guidance counselor's office, who would have been in the elementary school. There's two of them. There's the one with the Pontiac Aztec.
Yep.
Got called
Yeah.
down to his office to talk to him. And I didn't know what about until he starts talking about how, never naming names, who caught me with my hand in my pants. At this age, I didn't know what the hell masturbation was. So I was just embarrassed that I got caught with my hand in pants. It doesn't matter, kind of thing. And like he was asking me, like, explaining to me what I got caught for, basically. And I'm just thinking, this is embarrassing. And he's thinking in his head that we caught somebody masturbating. And I didn't understand that. Only until years later did I finally understand why the hell I actually got called down for that.
Does it make you wish that you could just go to him and just explain to him what
Like,
the
I was
fuck
not
happened?
jacking off that day. Okay, I promise.
I was 9. I didn't even hit puberty yet. I wasn't groping myself.
I remember he was like, yeah, I know sometimes you just got to adjust yourself and stuff like that. And I was like, yes, that's exactly what I was doing, kind of thing. And I don't know if he believed me or not. But I remember like being super embarrassed about it. And I went back to class and everybody was asking, like, what'd you get called down to the office for? And I was like, I can't say.
I don't even
Let's
remember
say.
this because I would have been on him like a hound dog.
I don't know if you were in the class.
I
when
don't
it
think I
happened,
was in the
but-
class because I don't think there wasn't very many early school classes that we were in each other's classes.
Yeah.
What did you get called down for? I got caught jerking myself.
That's the worst part is at the time, I didn't even know what that was. That wasn't even like in my realm of belief. At the time.
Scotty caught me with a finger in my butt and had to go talk to the teacher, man.
Jesus Christ.
So like once I found out what that was, I didn't think about it right away, but then like years down the road later, I just happened to like think of that again and be like, that's exactly what they thought I was doing. I bet you it was probably the teacher. I mean, I don't think a student would have like known what it was either and told
Yeah,
somebody.
It had to have been a teacher.
Poor young Brady didn't know about the leg shake.
The old leg shake.
I don't know, it must have been bad that summer or what the hell it was, but
Damn.
I remember being super embarrassed to tell anybody about like why I got called down, even though I didn't know what masturbation was. So like I wasn't even that.
And now it's a daily occurrence for you.
Yeah.
You know, you just see
Yeah.
Brady walking around at work, and he's just got his hand in his pants. And
You know, sometimes you got to do that.
Alrighty, what you doing? You dicking the dog over there?
I'm not
Brady,
the guy.
you making whoopee with
Damn
yourself?
it, I was gonna fucking say that.
I'm not the guy at work you have to worry about jacking off at work.
No, there is a guy that jerks off in the bathroom.
No, this has not happened.
Ew.
Yeah.
He's all kinds of ooh.
This
okay?
is not-
Yeah,
oh my
very
gosh.
you.
All right. We had a guy on the bowling team that when we spent the night in hotels, he would slide off the bed and jerk himself off at night next to 4 other guys.
Nice.
Sometimes you got to do what you got to do, you know?
Mm,
Okay,
I'm kidding, Sap. Don't,
Yeah.
don't-
Okay, okay.
I see
Yeah.
that look.
That was
Okay.
the sarcasm
Okay.
voice.
Okay,
So-
got it.
Yeah. Do we need to have like a sarcasm button that we just press? Like, that was sarcasm, motherfuckers. No, that's not the same.
No, I was nutting about that.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
Oh, because other guys jerking off makes you nut, huh,
yeah,
Brennan?
yeah.
I got it. Brennan waits until the guy nuts in the porn video till he fucking comes. I got it.
Oh, did you ever time? Do you just time yourself with it?
What the fuck?
Brennan just knows the look in a guy's eyes when he's about to come. He's like, oh, he's going, I gotta go.
Hurry up.
Come on, little buddy.
I think I'm gonna head out. No
Yeah,
thanks.
you picked a really bad episode to
I
join us.
did. I
You wanted
really
to hear the
did.
embarrassing story.
We're all in the mood this evening.
What?
You wanted to hear my embarrassing story.
I didn't know what it was gonna consist of.
I didn't give anybody here like even a hint of what it was going to be. I
No,
just thought about it randomly the other day. I don't remember what brought it up, but
To be honest, I didn't know you had an embarrassing story until Sav said something about it. So
you must be
Oh,
the only
it
person I
was
didn't tell I
just
had
me
one.
and Brennan.
Yeah, you're making mixed
I know he
seats.
said something at work.
Yeah, I mentioned it
Fuck
to you
you,
earlier today.
Alex.
Yeah. What? Hey, you gotta
That
go
was-
with the natural flow of things.
I
He's
just
gonna
told
bring it up.
him just so I remember to tell it. So
I got you. That's fair.
And I forgot about it until Sav mentioned it again.
This is
What a
why you
guy.
guys need me.
Hey, I'm in squirrel brain to hell and back,
Yeah.
so
Oh.
I come up with good ideas, but if I'm left in charge of those ideas, they don't get very far.
Damn.
It's about 25-75, I'd say.
What, good ideas?
You're good ideas.
Hey, if I'm running at 25% success rate, I consider that a win, honestly, with how many ideas I come up with.
That's fair.
that's like whenever our boss used to say. So whenever we used to kill weeds, EPA, don't listen to this. Illegal reason. This is the joke. Whenever we would kill weeds and we didn't have weed spray, he would tell us to mix up gas and diesel, and then we'd pour it on weeds. And he
What?
always said to use 80-15 mix.
Did he say
no.
what?
No.
Well, he said 80-15, 80 gasoline, 15 diesel, but it never makes it to 100%. So I don't know. He kept saying 80-15 mix.
There's
Hey,
5% of
5%.
nothing.
What's the 5% air? Like, do you want me to breathe on
We
it?
never
Like,
specified. We always laughed about it.
he was like, figure it out.
He is very much that guy.
80-15.
Once you start working there long enough, he's like, you know what you're doing.
Yeah, so
You're
what's
like, I
the-
have no idea what you just asked me to do.
Yeah, go find somebody who might.
Yeah.
Just ask somebody else. Maybe they'll know.
I'm not going to ask him because he's not going to give me helpful advice. You knocked a cup off and it's sitting behind your chair now.
It's actually in
It's
front
actually
of
in
him.
front.
Oh, is
Wow, it bounced that far.
Oh,
All right,
It's sticky.
What?
listen up.
What's going on?
Yo,
Would you rather?
Oh.
Would you rather live the rest of your life like an Amishman, traditional, like flat out nothing electronic, or live the rest of your life without your dominant hand? Like your whole arm, I mean.
Whole dominant arm?
Like, am I losing the arm?
Like your arm's
or just
gone.
can't use it.
my
It's gone.
dominant
Like,
arm.
gone.
Gone.
just poof.
Like whenever you're wearing a long sleeve shirt, it just dangles.
My
Your shirt just
dominant
dangles there.
arm.
Can I trade that for 2 left arms?
No.
So then it's just
You
like
can, no, you can only have one arm.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to go for the losing the dominant arm thing. 'Cause
Yeah,
at least you
same.
can still live an interesting life.
Yeah,
Oh,
same.
that's the thing. Is that all you know?
Or is it you convert?
Like, are you born that way? Because if you're born that way, it's no big deal.
No.
Okay, so I'm gonna say any knowledge you know of using technology is gone. Like you just don't
So
remember.
you wouldn't miss
So
the
you
technology.
wouldn't miss having a computer.
Now, can I be the kind of Amish that gets to be driven around by the one?
No, that's what he means by traditional. No phones, no calling up contractors, nothing.
Horse and buggy, motherfucker.
Horse and buggy.
I'm losing my arm either way.
Can't have
I'm
the handicap
also
guy drive me
losing my
around,
arm.
damn.
Are you born without your dominant arm then?
No, you just lose it. Because it's more like, I guess it's like a rewrite of your mind, or you lose your arm.
Like right now, you would just lose your arm.
It's like whenever you're younger and you're just realizing what arm you're using dominant.
Yeah.
So like you're still not that good with it.
That's no problem then.
We're mentioning the losing
learn
the
how to
dominant
lock-
arm thing,
Right with your other
I'm
arm.
like ambidextrous with my right arm, so
but you also can't.
You're
use
amphibious?
like a normal
Amphibious.
controller without a.
Amphibious?
Yes, but
That's
if I
what you
was
said,
Amish,
right?
I would not be able to play video games, period.
ambidextrous.
Yeah, but you wouldn't know what video games were to miss them. You know what I'm saying?
Amphibious.
Fuck that, I'm playing video games.
I love how there's like 3 different conversations going on at the same time.
I hope you could follow that.
That's
I
what happens when you-
apologize.
5 people, you know.
Aaron was being a dumbass.
Hey!
That's not very nice.
Hey,
Tell me I'm
you
wrong.
guys.
You're the one saying that you're an amphibious over here.
I said ambidextrous.
No, I'm pretty sure I heard yourself call yourself a frog.
At the first time she called anorexics,
What?
and then she said ambidextrous, and then she said amphibious.
What on earth are you
No,
talking
Aaron definitely said amphibious. You
I'm gonna say
bitches.
that the next time I'm talking about your dad, Brennan. I'm gonna say that like, hey,
I'm
it's not
so-
fair. He gets to swap arms. He's amphibious. I'm gonna say that. And he will lose it. I know.
about?
He
My
will.
dad's amphibious, yeah.
Amphibious.
I'm not that talented.
Just like when we in our family, if like the word salmonella ever comes up, I just like,
salmon yellow.
oh, I hate salami. My mom hates it when I say it, but I do it every time.
What
Well,
if she
just-
asks you if you want some salami?
I should. Usually we don't use the word salami any other time, but if she
That's
will, I
very
will
true.
use the word salmonella.
Salmon yellow.
I love that. If somebody says salmonella on the TV, instantly I'm just like, ugh, I hate salami. It's the worst.
I don't even eat salmon. What the fuck?
Ugh.
That little stuff though is like the stuff that pisses my mom off.
A lot of things make your mom mad, and I think it's hilarious.
Yeah.
So do we.
I
long as it's only little stuff,
still
you're
think
good.
it's hilarious at that your mom came across that post that was in cursive and said only people this could.
Oh, that was hilarious.
Oh man, it said ligma on it.
That was so funny.
Mom, do you know what ligma means? No, ligma balls.
Ligma balls.
Unrelated note.
We will talk about that story randomly, and every single time my dad laughs so hard. That is just his type of humor.
On a related note,
My dad is over 50 years old, and he has the sense of humor of a child, and I love it.
well, he's been working at the same scrapyard that we work at for the past how many years? So,
He's got the perfect sense of humor.
oh boy, I'm trying to think of a story or something I can tell. Well, Brennan, would you like to get into your segment?
I guess it's about time for show and tell.
I guess.
Ladies and germs, we have another episode of... Shit. Drop my
shit.
nut button. Another episode of...
Brennan
Me.
dropped his nut.
I dropped my nut. Ah,
Don't worry, I'll look it up for you, Brennan.
it's about time it falls down.
All right, Brennan, we're waiting.
Just when I can't use the nut button, I would have nutted about that. Anyways, another installment of BGT JFF.
Yay!
I was wondering what you guys would say there.
I didn't know what to say.
All right. So, today. Oh, jeez.
Old man, jeez.
No, it's just in a weird position, and it's
Got to
very
remove his
long.
cum sock.
Oh, jeez. That's why it's
Brennan,
black.
there was no way your wiener's that long.
Well, that's why he folds it up, so that way it feels just as twice as thick. little more cushion for the pushing.
A little extra girth.
I really came to the wrong episode.
This is hilarious. You say that. If this is just every episode, you're just thinking about it now.
It's
Y'all are
always on a
just
Tuesday,
nasty.
Sab.
Got
So
it.
Oh, it's just nasty. You can't say you don't do that kind of stuff with your friends.
Girls
I
don't.
don't.
You don't talk about penises, but you gotta talk about something disgusting. I'm sure you do.
you talk about your periods.
Not really.
You talk about the shape of your titties or anything like that. No,
Why are you asking about this?
No.
I'm just curious.
You guys got to about something. I'm sure there's
Yeah.
something.
You
Maybe
let
dudes are
me
just
know,
weird.
and I'll let you know if we do or not.
I'll
Brennan,
start
I don't
asking,
think
coming
you're
up with
allowed to hold
questions.
this firearm. You've been drinking some alcohol, so I'll hold it.
He's
for
under
you.
the influence.
You've had more than I have, actually. You drank more, that is.
Touche.
I can actually tell by how hard the cup hit the table how full each one was.
And Aaron's like, you know what? I'll have another.
Another, please.
Please. Ron
Another.
Swanson.
Please.
All
I
right,
don't
Brendan, what do we got
I think
this
I
week?
can do that. All right. Let me see if I can find my page here.
While he's doing that,
Thank you, kind sir.
I would like all of your bacon and eggs. Wait a minute. I think you might have heard me. I think you might have heard me say, I want a lot of bacon and eggs. I want all your bacon and eggs. Do you understand?
All right.
No.
So,
Parks
this
and Rec.
is a Swedish Mauser. I know I've had a couple Mausers on the show before. This one is a Model 96, made in 1910. So, interesting about this one is that, unlike other rifles, this one came after the carbine. Generally, they made the short rifle first for cavalry. Actually, they made this one first, and then they came up with the short rifle. This time, it was cavalry got new rifle first, then they got this one. So these were actually made in Germany for a few years. Then, unlike a lot of other Mausers, Sweden decided to make them themselves. So they just made a factory, a couple factories. When this was made after, named after the king, and then Husqvarna, like the machine power
Lawnmower
thing.
company.
Yeah, they made guns for a couple hundred years.
That's sweet.
So you can find these made by Husqvarna. Not
Like
mine.
actually like labeled Husqvarna.
Yeah, so like they're labeled where they were made at.
Man, I want one now. Damn it.
That would be kind of cool, you know.
That would be very cool.
I like that owning things that like are
Aren't-
branded as things they don't make anymore kind of thing. Like guns branded with companies that you never thought of making guns. That's just sweet.
Right.
it goes into his whole limited edition collecting
Yeah.
fav.
There's a ton of guns from World War II that were made by like IBM and stuff like that. That are
Oh, that would
pretty
be
collectible.
sweet. That would be very sweet.
Because everybody contributed to the war.
Well,
effort back
yeah,
then.
and I know a lot of factories changed gears. Like I
Right.
think GM and Ford made a lot of tanks, and some of them made aircraft and stuff like that too. Oh,
goddamn
my
it.
gosh!
Oh, I thought I was.
You apparently muted
You
yourself.
muted yourself.
I muted myself so Brennan's voice wouldn't catch my microphone so people could hear him better.
All right,
Congrats,
try
you
again.
played yourself.
Try my shit joke again. It's the John Deere AR-15.
I wouldn't want one of those. Those got to be junk.
There was a post that Alex sent me of a John Deere mower with a gun strapped to the side of it. And all I sent him back was, "It's not about how fast you shoot; it's how well you shoot fast."
Anyway, where am I at my notes here? I'm going to kind of skip around a lot of stuff. So these were produced until the 1930s. They were used in the Swedish military until about the 1960s. And they got phased out for more modern firearms. 1941, there were a bunch of changes made. So like a lot of guns like this got new stocks, new finishes. So that's probably when my stock was made. It was in about 1940s. After World War II, a lot of stuff got updated and refurbished. That way everything looked nice and pretty.
Okay.
But they also had a new cartridge come in. So until this point, they'd used a bullet with like a rounded nose, but then they went to this. So this is 6.55 by 55. So they went from a rounded nose bullet to a, it's called Spitzer, but it's like a pointed bullet.
Okay.
And everything changes with that. So like it flies faster. It can go farther.
More
And
accurate.
so they had to change up the sights and everything like that. So some of them, like mine, they put a different sight on it, and they kind of adjusted this thing, like they kind of filed it out so that way fits all right. So some of them, though, they put a little kind of like a disc thing here to say to
On the
hit
stock.
this point, aim this far. Put it to this measurement.
Okay.
Mine doesn't have that. Mine has the adjusted sights. So like, this is not the original front and rear sight on it. Like the original rear sight, not the original front sight. And changed. Let's see. Anything else before I skip to the other stuff? So features on mine. So see on the front here, it's got a threaded barrel. You probably can't see it from where you're at, but this cap is screwed on to the barrel itself. That's not part of the barrel. It's threaded, and that was so that way they could put this little device on the front for training rifles. They would have blank cartridges with wood bullets. So like they look exactly like regular bullets, but like the bullet itself is wood. It's pretty cool. So like it's got like a low grade of powder, and it shoots, and it fires a wood bullet into this device, and it like splinters the whole thing into a million pieces, and it just like sprays it out holes in the device. It's actually pretty cool how it works.
You could shoot it without shooting live ammo and just
Yeah.
practice.
So I actually never knew until very recently when I was doing the notes for these. I'm like, huh.
So you might
was
have to
wondering
get
why that
a hip that can do that. That would be
mean,
actually pretty
I
cool.
could, and actually you can get that stuff for very cheap as
Really?
surplus.
I
think
figured that'd be something expensive.
some guy
'cause
bought it
it's-
for like 2 cents a round because it's like just the brass and like a really low grade
yeah.
of powder and just a wood bullet.
What
which
about
is-
this? The device though, how expensive is that?
Well, that I have no idea. I haven't actually looked that up.
I could imagine just being something that like they probably didn't keep a whole lot of. They probably just kind of.
Yeah, it's probably not a very common thing.
I'm
but
sure it's rare.
I will have to look at it. And then mine, all Swedish Mausers have this little disc at the
I
bottom
love
here.
this disc.
So, you guys won't be able to see it. I mean, you'll see it whenever I pass it around. But there's 3 sections on this disc. So, one of them has a bunch of numbers, 6.46 to 6.51. So, there'll be a little arrow above one of these numbers, and that signifies what the diameter of the barrel is. So mine is, I need to get light here. Mine is 6.49. That's the diameter of the barrel. And then it also has a spot where you can see what the condition of the barrel is. So the armor would look at it, how much rust is in it, how corroded is it. So mine was originally a 1, but it's now listed as a 2. It's actually not that bad. They were just very picky with their.
What is this scale? Like a base scale of 5?
It's 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
If there's nothing, it's a 0 and it's like mint. But
So yours was a 1 originally.
right, whenever it got looked at first by an armorer, it had a 1, and then now it has a 2. But really, it's a clean barrel. They were just very picky.
Wait, so you brought this to someone to check out, and then they changed?
No, this is what the armorer did.
Like the military.
Okay.
Like whenever the Swedish military armorer checked it out, he gave this a 2.
Okay.
Last time it was checked.
That's why I love this disc, because it gives a history of the rifle.
And then there's another section. So Torped, Overstag, STR. Basically, that's just with how where you have to aim to hit it. So a lot of this has to do with the new bullet whenever it came out. Where you have to aim relative to where you want to hit. So it'll say you have to aim X amount of spots high because it has something to do with the unit of measure. Aim at this spot to hit right here.
Okay.
Basically, how off it is. I believe that's all I have to do with mine. Really, there was no sort of service for this because the Swedish didn't really fight in the World Wars. But a lot of these did go to Finland during the Winter War when they fought Russia. So there were some of these that got sent to Finland, but I don't think that was one of mine. It's in pretty good shape. And generally, a lot of these are in very good shape. That's why they're very collectible. And they've gone up in price in recent years. Is that the Swedes did not use them in combat, and they were all pretty well taken care of.
God, I love that sound.
What year did you say yours was made?
Mine's in 1910.
You got to push down.
How did you find that out? That was made that year.
It says it right on the.
Okay, it's labeled.
So when it gets over to you, you will see, like, you can read that it was made at the Carl Gustaf factory, which is named after the king at the time. Made in 1910. It's got the Swedish insignia right there.
And what year did they start being made?
So these got made originally in 1896, but those were in Germany.
Yours is relatively early.
Yeah, so they started making these in Sweden in like 1898. I don't try and take that off or anything.
Damn.
So mine is in about the 10th year of production in Sweden itself. It's kind of a mixed numbers matching one. So the bolt and the barrel, they're the same. So that's the most important part. Once you start getting into mixed matched bolt with the mixed matched rifle, that's when it kind of starts to get ugly. You don't know with head spacing and stuff like that.
You know, every single time you bring these guns in, and I don't know about you guys, but my favorite part about it is just looking at all the scratches and dinks in the freaking wood.
Yeah, I was literally
'Cause
looking at that whenever he was
those-
holding it.
I
Tell
know.
a story.
I don't think any of you have like went out and tried to make props or anything like that. But I've made those clone trooper helmets. My absolute favorite part of making those things is when you weather it, because that makes it look like it belonged in the universe, and it
All right, this one's
gives it a story.
probably about my best wood condition one. I know that Swiss one that I had in here last time is pretty good. But yeah, these two are probably about my best ones, and ironically, they were two nations that didn't fight in any wars directly, so they
Well,
were kept in very
even
good
then,
condition.
you're still going through. I don't know if Swedish did this at the time, but like the what you see at like the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier whenever they're trading off guards and stuff like that, like they
Yeah,
had
they
to have
do
done
drill
some,
stuff, you
yeah,
know, so
stuff like that. They had to have done, and you know, there's going to be some rookie the first time he's holding this rifle, he dropped it, or
yeah, there's always wear at like a butt stock there, where they do drill and whatnot. But really, this one is in very good shape. And I bought it for a pretty good price too.
It's heavy.
yeah,
Part
it's
of
a
the
gun.
thing is that they've been on the cheaper end for a bit, but then once everything dries up and people actually realize what kind of a good rifle it is, they decide to start to pay some money for it. And I still got mine for a very good price.
I love when you bring some of these in and I like can't exactly remember which gun it is, and then I see it and I go, "Oh yeah, I remember being there when you bought that."
You were with me a couple times whenever I bought some.
Yep, I was there for this one. I remember the disc specifically.
And next time whenever I bring one of these in, that's one of my favorite ones. It's got a very good story behind it. And I also got a very good deal on it.
And it was
Very,
your
very
first.
good deal on it. Yeah, it was the first one I actually bought. Yeah.
Oh yeah, first. Yeah, technically first. Yeah, you're
That
right.
was only a couple years newer than this one.
That's one of my favorites as well.
So
Is
that,
this strap the original leather on it?
most likely not.
The
So
leather
there's
the leather would have been destroyed by this point.
I didn't
Yeah.
know like how good a condition the skin was.
100-year
kept.
leather would be definitely like dried up by now.
Cracked and
But
I
it,
guess that's fair.
it is actually a Swedish sling because it's got, where are they?
I thought I seen a stamp or something on it.
You see right here, you can't really see it. I'll show you later, but they've got 3 crowns,
Oh, I see him.
which is like crown of arms or coat of arms of Switzerland or Sweden. I'm talking about Switzerland, Sweden. So it is actually a Swedish sling, but probably not the original one.
Okay.
It might be from the refurbishment, like say the 40s or the 50s. I believe it was brought over in about the 1960s though, or the 70s. anything after the 60s because it's actually got its import mark on it, which didn't have to be put on until 1968, I think, is when they passed that act. So sometime after 1960 is when this came in. So that's most likely from about, I don't know, the 50s or something like that.
So have you ever shot this one?
Yeah, we shot it one time out at your house.
Okay.
And I mean, it's a good shooter. I didn't hit a lot with it because it's kind of an adjustment with the front sight. Kind of wonky. I need to practice with that. But I've only got 20 rounds of this stuff, so
And that's probably not cheap ammo either.
I don't think it would be all that bad.
They all, like, almost all the guns you have pretty oddball ammo.
Well, yeah.
Because I know if I would go out and start shooting my 308, that's right around $1 a round. Going out and actually practicing with that and actually getting good with it, you're going to spend a few $100 at the end of the day.
He's pretty sure he's talking more than that, though.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
Like-
the stuff that I shoot, I mean, they don't make a lot of it like, on the commercial American market. So,
It's
Yeah.
usually military surplus or
yeah. I mean, this was aftermarket stuff, but they don't sell it in like Walmart or anything like that.
Yeah.
really the only common one that you get military surplus wise is 7.62 by 54R. I mean,
Well, yeah. I mean, you go find 7.62 by 39 too, just because
well, yeah,
all
I
those
guess.
Russian guns got brought in.
I was thinking, I guess, specifically bolt actions, like bigger guns, but
Yeah, for mine, yeah, that's the only one.
stuff you would collect.
I have nothing against saying those other ones. I would definitely own like a SKS or something like that.
Oh yeah, I would.
But yeah, that's it for this time around, boys and girls.
I got a question about, so you have all these older guns. Do you do anything special whenever you store them? Like, is there any specific way of how you store them?
He wishes.
They're in my corner.
They're in your corner.
Well,
He's running out of corners.
I'm running out of corners. Yeah. So,
But like, I didn't know if like a gun safe with like a dehumidifier would do its justice or not.
oh yeah, it would definitely help. Unfortunately, we do not have one of those. Right now, they are just stuck in a corner.
I know they're stupid expensive.
Oh, yeah.
I
That's
know.
why I was honestly really hoping when we went to that raffle last year that I was going to get a gun safe out of it.
This was me and Dad are talking about doing for like some of the ones that are less expensive, but I just feel like maybe you should lean towards trying to do. But if you look on like Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist and stuff, you can find people who are selling old gun cabinets, like the glass front ones,
Mhm.
for like less than $100 most times, and they're in like pretty good shape. Like you have one in your basement, didn't you? Or used to at least.
I have one in my room, yeah.
But something like that at least would keep, relatively sealed, and then you could still put a dehumidifier on one of them.
You're right.
So, like you're already doing, you're maybe not doing against your theft prevention if it were to happen, but
well, absolutely not.
you're definitely giving some of your dehumidifying and some of that stuff a little better.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You're also not doing much fire protection with it. But
No, but you're already, putting it in a corner, it's already better to put it in a cabinet.
Yeah.
You can keep them in rows and display
yeah.
them.
Exactly. Yeah.
We've been talking about doing that with some of our more less expensive ones, just to have a little extra room in the safe.
Maybe someday. My one cousin's getting about to that age of like high school, so I might ask him to build me one,
Ooh.
like a gun safe or a gun cabinet rather.
You just need to buy a military surplus, like, what's what I'm looking for? Like an armory cabinet. That's what you need.
that would be cool. That would be cool.
It'd
Would
be
be
cool. I don't know
neat.
where I'd put it, but
Yeah, it'd be
See,
a problem.
This is one of the reasons why I want to start making more money and like get a bigger house, just to literally have room for stuff like that.
Space.
Yes,
space.
that's
You know
the
what you
reason.
need? Space bags. Too much stuff, not enough space.
I
Space
don't
bags.
think with the stuff that I want and I collect that would help out much.
You know what would keep the humidity out of your gun?
Space bag.
Would have been big space
It would
bag.
actually keep the humidity pretty level in there. Those are
It
actually vacuum
actually-
sealed.
Whenever you do like gun storage and stuff, you actually not looking for getting rid of all the humidity. You're looking for a happy medium. Because if you get rid of all of it, it actually starts to dry out the stock.
Ah,
Yeah.
So like there's like a happy medium somewhere around like 45 to 50%, I believe.
I built a house one time for this guy. He put his gun safe underneath his stairs, but like he cut a hole in his wall, and he had the gun safe with the door through the wall.
That's
Sweet.
sweet.
Ooh.
I know, honestly.
It was pretty fucking fancy.
I mean, if you're gonna build a house, you might as well build it in.
Oh, I plan on building a gun room when I build a house. Like, it's going to be concrete walls, concrete roof, and the vault door is going to be like in the basement or in the living room or somewhere. You got to put in a code to get into the gun room. It's not going to be a gun safe. It's a gun room.
It'll look like one of them movies where you have to walk up and like have a retina scan.
Yeah.
There we go.
You walk in there and there's literally like just gun benches and
You walk in, you got to put your palm on a thing, read your palm. Then there's a retina scan. Then you got to say a passcode.
and there's
it
hand
reads-
grenades, bazookas, a fucking tank in the corner. For
Yeah, you
crying
fail,
out
it
loud.
just shoots you. You're
Yeah,
done.
you're done. See you later, bozo.
no. I think that'd be sweet just to get a gun room like that. Just
That
like
would
a
be cool.
freaking
Something,
armory.
yeah, to keep an entire room like humidity good and be theft protection and fire protection and be
Yeah.
great.
That would be awesome. I would love that.
I think every person who buys guns just dreams of owning a gun room. I mean,
Oh yeah.
Who wouldn't love to have an armory? Like, honestly.
yeah, I like guns, but you know, I think I'd just like to stick with cramming them in a safe the rest of my life, you know?
Oh, guys, I know if at some point in my life I want to buy like an authentic cowboy gun,
A real deal.
the real deal, like made in
What
the
do you
19
define as a cowboy gun? Like, what are you looking for exactly?
like a cowboy out west during the Wild West days used it,
An old lever action.
or a revolver, or I imagine they use bolt actions out there too, or something like probably not near as much,
no.
but like the typical cowboy gun, like the lever action repeater, the string tied around the trigger on your revolver, sort of shit.
You're talking real expensive here, boy.
I
Yeah,
know.
like Red Rider type of expensive.
I mean, at some point, I will be bringing in some older revolvers to show, but
Ooh, I love me an old revolver.
Not like Western revolvers, but
Well, no.
I mean, they
but-
predate that actually.
Mhm.
So
Keep
No.
your secrets, old man. God damn.
hey, he's hinting to future episodes.
I'm
Let him
just-
be.
hinting, wink, wink, nudge,
keeping people
nudge.
coming back for more.
Yeah.
So
Because
at-
you know
at
they're
some
not going to
point-
stay for.
Oh, he's
Brady's-
cock teasing. That's
Yeah.
what he's doing.
Exactly.
He's helping
cock
people
teasing.
doing the Morningwood Challenge with the Borderline Hooligans
Yeah.
podcast.
How you guys doing? I am on 1,752 hours.
I am hard as a rock.
I think
Oh,
mine's
God.
about to fall off, actually.
Started changing colors about a week ago.
Oh my gosh.
Last week it was orange, now it's purple. I don't know what to fucking do.
It's okay, little fella. Just try a little longer.
It's okay. Take your time.
Fucking Rocky.
Are you Squidward? It's okay. Take your time.
Oh
Classic.
boy.
We gonna do that next time then?
I'll try to be ready for next time to have all that.
You heard it
Okay.
here first.
Uh,
Next time.
rank our like top 5. I think is what we're gonna go with. Top 5 sponsored episodes. Sounds good. I think.
Don't expect a lot from me because I was not allowed to watch them as a kid.
Weeb.
I wasn't allowed to watch a lot. Grew up on Wizards of Waverly Place and Sweet Life on Deck.
Ha, your mom didn't love you.
I
I'm
remember
not saying
his
it's not
mom.
quality shows. I mean,
his
those
mom
are all right
having-
shows.
They're all right, but they're not near as good as SpongeBob or
Absolutely
regular
not.
show or
She had parental controls like actually set up on the TV, so like certain channels wouldn't work.
yeah. It sucked.
I remember like, yeah, let's watch this, and you go to that channel, and it would be like, you cannot watch this parental controls, and I'm like, really?
We
It's not
found
like
a-
we're trying to watch porn or anything. We're trying to watch fucking
Now,
SpongeBob.
Brennan's dad did the same thing though too about certain.
Yeah, but that
things.
was for like flapjack and chowder.
But you
and
liked Flapjack, and
yeah,
come
but
on,
you
Chowder's a
go back
classic.
and try watching them now, and you realize why you didn't want your parents to
Yeah,
let you watch
exactly.
those. Like I understand why
it was
parents-
more that I wanted to watch it, not that I actually liked it because I had not seen it. That's the thing.
It's more of the fact that
It's
his
kinda like
dad
one of those-
told him no.
It was kind of like a forbidden fruit.
reverse
Yeah.
psychology.
But then you actually go and look at it, it's like, damn,
This is shit.
shit.
I will admit there is some good quotes and stuff that do come from Chowder, though.
No! Oh, wait, that's a parody.
The purple nurples.
Rah, rah, rah.
Rada, 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 rada.
I also remember that there was a guy that like hides behind a plant in some random episode of Chowder that Brennan like was afraid of. Like you hated him. He had like red eyes or something. Do you remember this?
Oh, I remember
I'm guessing
this.
it probably had some of that weird animation that they did, probably, I would say.
I remember you saying though, like I don't know, it just freaks me out. Like you would mention that.
I mean, I also would have been, what, like 7?
We were pretty young. But then
So-
you were that age where like something random could just freak you out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still exploring the world at that point, Brady.
Exploring the world. Someone was trying to jack off at that age.
In the middle of class.
In the
no
middle of
less.
class,
Yeah.
I wish I knew how old I was when that happened because I can't
Do
pinpoint
you even
it.
remember like who your homeroom teacher was or anything?
No. I just remember the teacher I had to go to talk to, about it.
Do you
the guidance
remember what
counselor.
part
so-
of the building you were in?
Not really.
Motherfucker.
It's one of those forbidden memories.
I remember talking to one person when I got back to class who was specifically like grilling me all day, trying to get me to tell him why I had to go down to the office.
Oh, he's gonna give us a hint, but
I don't know how to
writing it
spell
down.
this.
Oh, you were in 3rd grade.
Really?
Yes.
You
That's
remember
cool.
that?
My pen's
I
not
remember
working.
that because that was the only grade that those two were in the same class.
I don't even know if you guys remember him.
Yeah, I remember.
Oh, yeah.
My old neighbor.
I remember
Yep.
him.
No, because in he wasn't there 1st grade. 2nd grade he wasn't there, and 3rd grade was the first year, and that was the only year that you two had the same teachers.
Good thing he remembers because I don't have a clue. I just
I
remember coming
remember-
back to class and he was just like, "What'd you have to go down to the office for?" And I was like, "I can't tell you." And he just kept being like, "Come on, you can tell me." I'm like, "No."
No.
No, I only remember that because that is when you absolutely hated him. Like,
If I tell you, I'm gonna have to fuck you over, all right, buddy? And trust me, you don't want that.
no, you absolutely hated him at this stage. Like, full on hated him.
Okie dokie.
Yeah.
Okie dokie then.
Calm down, muscle man.
That was
Because I know he was in a
that was
bunch of
Mr.
my
Krabs.
classes in his
It actually
later
sounded more
years.
like Muscle Man though. I get where he's coming
Thank
from.
you.
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Hi, Mom.
Matt.
Do you guys remember that episode where he freaked out because someone made a joke about his mom?
Yeah.
How the turns have tabled.
Oh, the turntables.
I think Mordecai was just getting mad at him for making the joke wrong. You're supposed to say your mom, not my mom. What'd you say about my mom?
Have you have anything to say about that?
Sound like
Nope,
me over there,
I'm
Sav.
just
Chillaxing
taking
over
it
there?
all in.
Sav, do you not enjoy regular show?
She hasn't said anything in forever. I said she
Sav,
started
do you
sounding like
like
me over
regular
there.
show or not?
I really have never seen it, if I'm gonna be completely honest.
Do you know what we're talking about?
The regular show?
Regular show, not
Like,
the
do you
Yeah.
regular
know of
show.
it?
Isn't that the one with like the blue bird?
Yeah,
Looking thing.
Mordecai
Yeah.
and Rigby.
That was something else you weren't allowed to watch either, was it, Brennan? Or you just didn't?
Of course not.
I was not allowed to watch anything on Cartoon Network.
Yeah, that was the
Cartoon
bad
Network
one.
was good though. That's the problem.
Oh, I'm not saying it wasn't. It's just
No,
that
it was great.
The best thing about Cartoon Network is when they would swap over to Boomerang and they would play all the old shows.
Like the Jetsons,
Yes.
Flintstones,
Like-
old Tom and Jerry,
Yes.
Yeah.
original Scooby Doo.
They still do that occasionally. Every Wednesday for a while, we would babysit my cousins because their mom is a religion teacher. They do on Wednesday. And every Wednesday at that time, they will play an old episode of Tom and Jerry for that hour we babysit them. And we used to turn it on and they would love it.
those old ones are the best, anyways.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Those are like the only things that my grandpa would let us watch because that's what he grew up
I
watching
love
too.
Tom and
Hell
Jerry.
yeah.
Tom and Jerry is a classic.
Tom and
It
Jerry
is.
and the original Tom and Jerry, the original
Scooby-Doo.
Looney Tunes.
Looney Tunes. I'm a big fan of the original Looney Tunes.
Oh yeah.
Back when Bugs Bunny would blow up a character like 20 times in one episode.
Whenever he
What's up,
Whenever he count how many Indians that he killed.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's anybody like that you would possibly know, like any of us know, that doesn't understand the duck season, wabbit season.
It's duck season. No, it's rabbit season. No, it's duck
Like
season.
I feel like
No, it's rabbit
everybody
season.
knows the reference for that.
Oh yeah.
And who wouldn't?
I think it's hilarious. So, have you guys actually seen that episode? You
I
know what
have. It's
actually
been a
happens?
long
Yeah.
time.
The beginning, Bugs is arguing that it's rabbit season, and Daffy's arguing that it's duck season because they don't know what it actually means, and then they start getting hunted, and then they flip. I think it's hilarious.
Yeah.
I like the scene where they're arguing duck season and wabbit season, and then they keep going back and forth, and then Bugs says, wabbit season, so he says it a second time after Daffy says it, and then Daffy says
Duck
season.
and he says, "Fine, you win."
Yeah, like he like gives in, he just says the opposite to get him to say the opposite.
The
humor of the old shows.
was great. I need to get that collection for my mom at some point and just watch those again. Good old Marvin the Martian.
Tom and Jerry is probably the one of those I watched the most.
I love Looney Tunes.
Oh, by far.
I've watched more Looney Tunes than I did.
Yeah, more
Tom and
Looney
Jerry.
I
Tunes
think
than
we
Tom
just
and
watched
Jerry.
Tom and Jerry more because it was on TV more.
Yeah,
That's
and,
Tom and Jerry was
true.
on a
well,
lot.
and it was also on Cartoon Network, which Mom wouldn't let us watch. But she absolutely loves Looney Tunes, so she had like I think 2 or 3 disc sets of Looney Tunes that each have like 4 discs in them to
Mhm.
watch, and we'd watch the crap out of those because those are hilarious.
I remember we had this disc with a bunch of old classic, like old style cartoons on it, and there was one of them on there that was so old. I can't remember what the name of the actual show was, but the main character's name was a cat. He was a cat named Felix.
I was just about to ask you guys if you know what Felix the Cat
Okay.
is because I love Felix the Cat.
Like, there's no actual talking in it. It's actually all done in like speech bubbles.
Oh, that's even older than what I've seen.
Unless
though.
there's a new. Okay,
there was a newer one that my mom got on CD because she also grew up with Felix the Cat, so she wanted to show us kids that.
The one we
and-
had on CD. There was no speech. There was like sound effects, but like all the speech was done in speech bubbles.
Felix the Cat,
All black and
wonderful,
white.
wonderful cat,
Mm.
reaches into his baggage.
I have no idea what you're talking
You've
about.
never seen Felix the Cat?
We need to.
I'm
Have
sure you've
Felix
seen a
the-
picture of him.
I've
If you've
probably
seen
seen a
it,
picture of Felix
picture.
the
I just
Cat,
probably
yeah.
never actually
hold
seen
on.
an episode.
I got
you
this.
can pull it up on there.
Yeah. No, Felix the Cat is like one of my favorite cartoons that is very underrated, if you ask me.
Sav, what's your opinion on Felix the Cat?
You ever seen it?
You ever seen Felix the Cat?
I have never seen it.
I'm not the only
So
one here.
sorry.
Brennan, what about you?
My
Felix the
bad.
Cat?
Fuck.
I can picture Felix the Cat. I've never actually watched.
I didn't watch
I might
much of it.
have years ago, but
Felix the Cat.
I mean, I've seen it,
I think it
but
was an old
I've
Disney
never
animation.
seen it.
Is it an old Disney animation?
I might have seen it. I couldn't tell you.
No, but
It says during the silent film era. It just said that in that little description.
yeah,
Yeah,
you probably saw something.
definitely.
But I saw this version of Felix.
You actually seen a newer version.
Yeah,
of
I've
the
seen a
way-
newer
that's
version.
I never watched much of it because I didn't like to read it.
Read
you
it?
know?
No.
Rated in 1919.
Oh, I guess I don't have it just listed.
I like
But-
that clock. That's like the classic movie cat clock.
Yeah.
I've seen that clock somewhere before.
Well, yeah.
there's
it's like a
several movies
classic-
that have the clocks in
Yeah.
that like that.
Okay.
It might also be a reference to him, is the thing too.
Yeah, those clocks could be a reference.
I want to say it's probably from The Simpsons. Is probably where I've seen it.
Probably.
No, but
Have anybody seen scroll up just a little bit? That picture on the left at the bottom. Has anybody seen stuff about Bendy and the Ink Machine, the game?
yes, I
That
have.
reminds me of that.
I kind of want to play that. It's like my kind of horror game. Like it's not.
Pretty sweet. It's done kind of in the same style as Felix, but it's
Yeah,
a horror
it's
game.
like classic cartoon style.
kind of like the company in the game is like a Disney ripoff.
Yeah. Love this shit.
Anybody ever play the game Epic Mickey when it came out?
Nope.
I had it
No.
on Wii, and actually, it's a very cool game. It's very.
I have it.
You ever played it?
Yeah, I had it on the Wii Draw.
My sister had a Wii Draw. I forgot about those existing.
Yeah.
Wait, is that a
Yeah.
completely separate console or is that a?
No, it's just like an add-on for the Wii.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's just this like pad that you have that you can.
So it's like the early days of the Wii U sort of shit.
Fucking
I guess
great.
yeah, it was like a Wii U
Yeah.
test. But
Okay.
like there was no screen on it. You just kind of drew on the thing and it came on the screen.
Oh,
But
that's
yeah,
cool.
I had Epic Mickey.
Epic Mickey was sweet. It was very, I don't want to say adult, but it was like for being a Mickey Mouse game.
It was very mature.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
There's this level where there's this giant clock that you fight. And he's kind of creepy looking, but like he fits in that creepy cool category for me that I absolutely love. And he was used a lot for the promotional stuff for that game.
Okay.
I remember seeing commercials for the game.
There was a lot of commercials for that game.
I
I
just
remember you playing it. Went over to your house a few times, but
I just never played it.
I don't
I
know if
never
I ever
played it
beat
either.
it.
I know my brother did, but I never did.
you guys want to hear a funny story about me?
Sure.
So when we first got the Wii, my sister was very, 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 very much into Disney princesses.
Same.
And there's this Disney Princess Magical Wand game you can get for the Wii.
Excuse me, what?
Yeah, I forget what it's called. Next time I go to mom and dad's house, I'll find it and I'll take a picture of it and I'll send it to you.
Bet.
And she was having trouble with it. And let's just say you could play 2-player. So me and her played that entire game all the way through. I was playing as this freaking Disney princess doing these weird shapes with the
Which
control.
princess?
No, it was like you don't play as a princess, you help the princesses, but you're a princess that's not a princess sort of thing.
So like you're a princess,
You're
but
your
you're not.
own princess kind
Yeah.
of thing.
Yeah.
You're not a real princess
then-
that somebody would know.
You go through like you went through there was like these magical goblins stealing the colors, so you had to do certain spells to bring back certain colors.
Wait a
and-
minute. No, my sister had that. Next up on it, I remember that game now.
I don't think mine did.
I had some Bratz doll game on the Wii.
My sister had that for the DS, and I still have the game to this day.
No.
Oh my
got rid of
god, I
all her
was
DS
obsessed
stuff.
with Cooking Mama on the
I think my
DS.
sister also had that, and now I have that. My sister got rid of all her DS stuff, including her DS, and she was gonna throw it all away, and I was like, "I'll take it. Probably worth selling or something." Respectable. Have a nice day.
What did he say?
What do you think he said?
Fuck you.
Oh.
Very
I didn't want to interrupt the story, but I just wanted to tell Brady to go fuck himself.
But I'm pretty sure that my sister had Cooking Mama, and then some kind of Bratz girl doll game.
Mm-hmm.
All the things that girls decide they want to buy when they have a DS.
Hell yeah.
Even though, like nowadays, if you look back at those games, those are really poorly made. Like they're
Very
really
badly
I guess
made games.
Cooking Mama, they put a lot of effort into. Like
Yeah.
the Bratz games.
Oh,
Since it's just an
yeah.
adaptation of a.
No,
Show.
no girl game was like quality made.
I don't
No.
None.
Well,
And I think
Yeah.
that majority of that is that I don't think a lot of girls got into that sort of games, even if they were into gaming themselves.
Right.
Because I mean, anymore, you've recently gotten to Pokemon.
I only like the cute ones.
I know, but you like Pokemon, correct?
They have to
What?
evolve
You like
eventually.
Pokemon, correct?
Yeah.
It gives her something to do.
Yeah, and I'm willing to bet
I can
that
hyper focus.
the typical thing for girls and gamers that play those games, they're like Stardew Valley, Farmville was a big one for a while, and Sims, stuff like that. You
I
make a
fucking
girly.
love Sims.
My sister did as well. I feel like everybody has a sister that fucking played like Sims and those classic games.
God,
I
love
don't have a
Sims.
fucking sister.
Yeah.
But you got a girlfriend that does.
So yeah, you find one later.
Yeah,
They come eventually in life. They just
Yeah.
might not be there right
You have
away.
to have a girl in your life that happens to play Sims
Sims.
and all the old.
Okay, I got a question. Did
Hmm.
you guys have a Jimmy Neutron PC game?
no.
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 Damn. That was
I had a
aggressively fun.
Jumpstart game
So did I.
that was like grades 1 through 6 that I played in like 2nd grade and beat them all.
I had a Nicktoons Unite game that had SpongeBob, Timmy Turner, Jimmy Neutron, and Danny Phantom
Ooh.
Ooh, I think
That was
my
a-
go and
dad.
watch
That was a
Danny Phantom.
banger of a game.
Oh,
Me and Cam tried going back and playing it. We're like, oh my god, these graphics are ass.
He had a Ben
Yeah, but
10 game.
okay.
I did too, for the PlayStation and DS.
I went
Mine
for the
was the
PlayStation 2.
PC.
I played a lot of Nemo and Jumpstart on the.
I had
I played
Finding
Warcraft.
Finding
though.
Nemo,
I
the
played a
video
lot
game.
of
I had the
Warcraft.
B movie video game.
Like I was
Oh, it's a
12 years
classic.
old.
The
I played.
movie
I
video
played the B
game.
movie video game.
I
and remember
had
playing it as
Freddy
a kid
Fish
and liked it.
and what was the other one? Freddy Fish. Putt putt travel through time.
I don't
That
know what the
one.
fuck that is.
I could just tell the feeling of nostalgia that Sav like
Did-
she,
did
that is
you-
ingrained in her brain.
See, now you know how we feel about these old games when we talk about them.
And when we're playing the old Pokemon games and stuff, you understand where that comes from now.
Yeah, I really wanted me and Brady. I don't know if we talked about this on the podcast, but Brady has a Easy Flash Omega, and I recently got into making randomizers on my computer, and I got him a randomizer for his Easy Flash Omega that he can play. And I really badly want that now because I would really love to go onto the old Game Boy Advance that I played Ruby on for the first time and go through in a randomizer and play that game again.
You can play on the classic hardware, and that's what I
Yeah.
like about it. Gets you a little extra nostalgia.
Yeah.
Because I know I've tried going and playing on the computer and I get about half hour, 45 minutes into it and I'm like, okay, I'm bored. But going through and playing it on the original hardware again, I think would make a very different story.
See, like for me, because I didn't have that in my childhood, I would think it's fucking awful
Yeah.
because like the graphics and everything.
Have you tried
else.
playing any of the old Pokemon games?
I tried to play a
The oldest
DS game,
The oldest
and
game
I
she,
hated it.
the oldest game she tried playing was Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire.
Really?
I hated
She
it.
never even got to like the original Diamond and Pearl or Ruby Sapphire, even Leaf
Those
Green.
came out when we were like 14 or 15 at least, right?
What did?
Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, right? I mean,
No, it was
Uh,
later than that. We were in
No,
high school.
it was about 14.
Oh, okay. It was-
those aren't even that old.
No.
Like, the originals came out in like 98.
03.
Oh, no, they're a little newer
Yeah.
than
Like
the
Ruby and
cards.
Sapphire came out in 03.
Okay,
The
so
only
like,
games I like are the ones that I've played on the Switch.
Yeah,
so
it's
Red and
because
Blue would have been
new
like
stuff.
Yeah.
98, 99,
98,
I think.
99.
But some of these games were made before I was born.
Yeah.
I know when I bought Ruby, I was like 9 or 10. And I was born in 99. So I was buying a used copy and a used Game Boy Advance to play this shit.
I bought mine at a garage sale. So
We actually had like the original cartridge to them all, but then after time they just all deteriorated, gone to shit.
I still have my original Pokemon game, Pokemon Crystal.
I know, I'm dumb
Yeah.
as fuck.
Deteriorated.
Deteriorate.
Oh,
Deteriorated.
stop
Amphibious.
to say this now.
Deteriorated.
You guys all say
I'm-
Mitsubishi.
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 Okay, nobody struggles with it. There's certain
Mitsubishi.
you struggle with it a little bit.
I struggle with it a little bit, yeah.
My
Wait,
sister
where
can
have I
say-
heard that from?
It's a
The
car
car
company.
manufacturer.
Okay, cool.
What do you say, Alex?
Mitsubishi.
He still struggles. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, like the-
Golly.
Like
Sorry,
the
I'm hot. I forgot to turn
weeb
the
way
AC
to
down.
say it.
What?
My sister struggles with the TS being together. Just so many S's going on. She can't. It was a
Mitsubishi.
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 Miss Bitchy.
Miss
That's
Bitchy.
me.
You said it.
Hey,
not
she
us.
admitted to it.
That's what that whoa.
Have you having a stroke over there?
Oh my god.
See, it's not easy doing this shit now, is it?
I was
Especially-
gonna
it
say
doesn't-
that's what my
It doesn't
students will
help
call
at this
me when I
point.
become
There's
a
so much
teacher.
delay. There's so
You
much
have
delay in
both?
the headset that it screws you up. You gotta learn
It
to ignore the
does.
headset.
You have both earmuffs on?
Yeah.
Yeah, because if
Take
I
one
don't,
ear off. It helps a lot.
No, because it'll fall off.
That big?
Tilts the headset forward. Not that far. Jesus Christ.
Glasses will help it keep
It's
up.
like raising a child.
I'll take you literally.
Exactly.
Oh, jeez.
What is happening over here? Are we having secret conversations?
Like whenever you're in school and you'd pass
It's about
notes.
me, I
We're
guarantee you it.
pissing
They're
notes
talking
across the
crap.
room.
I guarantee you it has
Guarantee you it's
nothing to
not.
do with you.
It's like in school when you used to pass the notes, and the teacher was like, "If I catch you passing notes, I'll read it in front of the class."
I think we need to read it in front of the class.
Oh,
If that
we
ever
will
You
happened-
later.
can if you
I
want
mean,
to. It's not going to get you
You're,
much
you're not going to be
intelligence.
happy about it.
Why?
Trust me, you won't be happy about
You're
it.
never happy about it. Are you kidding me?
Every single time I make a joke about this, you are not happy about
Say it. Say it with your chest.
What?
How can you speak with your chest?
Read from the beginning, Aaron.
Fuck you. No, fuck you. Later. Bet. Smiley face.
It was real important.
Got it.
Imagine me just
And the
passing this
smiley
back and
face
forth.
is having a seizure.
It's supposed to be a winky face, but I fucked it up because I was trying to pass it quickly.
Jesus.
Are you happy now?
I am. Thank
Okay,
you.
Good.
I don't think anybody in our class ever had to like have a note written out or read out in front of the class.
I did.
I don't
Really?
even think I've ever passed
And one of your
What did it
own or
say?
somebay in your class?
What?
Somebody in your class
No,
or your
me.
own note?
What'd it say?
Really?
I don't remember.
remember?
But I think it was someone passing a note to me, and it was in math class. I remember that. They were probably trying to get answers off of me.
Yeah.
It's math class.
I remember being real young and passing a note back and forth with a kid in my class. And we like randomly decided to do it because we were bored. And we in fact we're still doing this while we're talking.
I know.
But I remember
Very
just, like,
important.
I only remember certain things, but we just had a sheet of paper where I'd write something and then he'd write something below it and we just keep going. And I
yeah.
remember specifically just being like sweet glasses because we didn't know what to say, but we were just bored and we wanted to write notes.
Me and my best friend used to do that.
Hey, nice cock, bro.
No. But we'd have code names for boys. Ew.
Code names for boys.
Yeah.
That's a girl thing to do.
I'm just gonna
Oh,
leave
yeah.
it right there.
Like,
because
someone-
It's pretty funny.
Someone
ain't
that
it?
I had a
Yeah.
crush on, their name was Orange.
Ooh.
And then
Give 'em,
the
like, a
other
random
one that my
color.
best friend had a crush on was Green.
They had colors.
We had colors, but
Racist.
you might say it's a color code.
Sav sees everything by the spectrum of color.
but we would literally just like write notes back and forth, and it was just like writing about someone, but no one knew who it was. So
So the
if,
teacher did read out in front of the class.
exactly,
wouldn't
we
matter.
wouldn't be embarrassed.
I don't think I've ever passed notes in class. Like, not even once. Anything I had to say, I said it.
I believe that.
I got caught texting on my phone and I got my phone banned from school. I couldn't bring it to school.
I Snapchatted in
Vanished.
high school, but
Gone forever.
So you guys had to
Seventh
deal with
grade.
the 1 year where they banned phones entirely.
You mean communism?
Yeah.
Yes.
That was the second semester of our senior year.
Yeah, that was
That sounds awful.
second semester. Yeah.
Yeah.
Suddenly just no phones. I remember my sister being pissed about this.
Like you couldn't even have it out to check the time or anything.
Or like journalism. A lot of people use their phones to take pictures for that. Like that was, I remember them saying like that was not even.
Yeah. So we had to
Oh,
get
that
a
pissed
special
me off.
pass. So had to like. You're gonna have to bleep that.
what fucking page was I on? Damn it. I should
So-
have closed that.
It is so cut out this entire part where we're fumbling around here. So
You just keep going. I got it.
yeah. So anyway, yeah, the principal had to sign this note, and he made this laminated pass, so that way only one person could use it at a time, at the phone pass or whatever.
There's
to
more
like
than
take a
one
picture for
student.
journalism.
Taking a picture at a time.
It was stupid. And then if someone needed a picture of this, a person who was making a run to take a picture of that would also take a picture of that.
You had one person
Sometimes
be like your
people
picture
would go
runner.
together, but generally multitask.
My sister then eventually decided to just buy an Apple Watch so she could text through her watch. So
That's fair. That is fair.
Have you guys ever had text read out in class?
no.
No.
I find it funny because the one time that it happened, it was really hilarious how he made a big deal about it. So you guys remember the ag teacher, correct?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
No.
So I got a text. Yeah, I know you wouldn't know. You didn't go to school with us.
Lame.
He was
Hey,
one of the
yo.
funner teachers, if you ask me. He was one of my favorites.
Underappreciated.
Yes, very much so.
Underrated for sure.
Indeed.
No, I got a text in one of his class, and this was junior year, and his classes are normally pretty lax. As long as we're not going through like a lecture or something, we're working on a project, he doesn't really care as long as you're doing your work. And I got a text, and I opened it, and I responded to it, and he told me to read the text out loud because he caught me responding to it. And I opened it, and I read, all right, it's for my dad. He asked, hey, can you go to the corner, or the corner carryout that's right there in town, pick up some milk on your way home? I go, yeah. And I just found it hilarious because before then he was making a very big deal about not texting in class, and then
It's about milk.
I got to pick it up on my way home from school.
Real important kind of thing.
Hey, it was ag related. There was milk
Okay.
there.
Yep,
involved.
you're right.
Yep. I had to go to the corner store and milk their cow until I got a whole gallon, and I got to bring it home.
Unpasteurized, as God intended.
We used to drink unpasteurized milk.
Unpasteurized milk is
Ew.
very underrated.
Very
I
underrated.
don't know
No,
I've
it is
tried it.
awesome.
I don't believe I have.
I can't say anything. I'm lactose intolerant.
Oh, that
Extremely
sucks.
intolerant.
Even though you already did.
What?
Gosh, Sav.
Your bad as a vegan. You have to let us know
Suck
every
my
5
big
minutes that you're
toe.
lactose intolerant.
I didn't
Bet.
actually know she like
Bet.
remember she was. I knew she had mentioned it now that she says it, but
Okay. No thanks.
I won that game of chicken.
selling feet pics over there or what?
Oh shit.
Alex has 4 of the 5 toes in his mouth.
I think
was-
Aaron would have.
Was not expecting that.
I don't know if
I
Aaron
would
would
have
have
judged
stopped
the fuck
it.
out of the both of you.
Oh wait, just
Aaron would've
judge.
stopped
That's it.
I wasn't going to stop it, but I would have judged the fuck out of both of you.
And Aaron knows that I will not lose a game of chicken like that.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to lose that one for you, bud.
Nope.
Yeah.
You also gotta remember, my opponent is Sav.
What the fuck is that supposed to mean?
Alex has a fucking wiener in his mouth. Is he going to say chicken?
Talking.
There's a point, but Sav, no offense to you, but I had a feeling at the beginning of that you were gonna stop it before I was. So let's see how far you let me go.
Do we want to go
This
round 2?
Motherfucker in the face.
You want to go
What?
round
Do
two?
you want to go round 2?
You want to go round 2? You want to play another game of chicken?
No.
Round 2? Ooh woo.
God damn it.
Losing brain cells by the
Yeah.
minute.
All I'm gonna let you know is that I was so freaking happy that the song was wrong Friday, because I was so pissed at you. So pissed. Because
Oh.
you told me that I had the wrong.
You did
Nate,
have the wrong
but
one. I
you
knew it was. I was
also-
also wrong. I'm not gonna say I was right, but I was wrong.
You were
She's pissed off at how confident you were.
Well, I'm always confident.
and it
I'm always right. Just
pissed
ask me.
me off. I was really about to just.
Even then, we only got
Went
the
throw
artist right.
hands.
Okay, when I heard the words "just calm down" come out of your mouth, I'm like, Alex, just shut it the fuck down. Because you
Oh,
never
I
tell
was
him
like,
that.
this fucker.
Sav, I would love to see you throw hands with him. Just give him one.
I was really
I thought
expecting.
I
This
didn't
is-
want to cause a scene in a bar.
I wouldn't be
call.
able to throw him back. You realize that,
That's
right?
why you have to take him out back.
I thought something was gonna go down.
I really
Oh.
thought she was going to take her purse and just use the strings as a garrote wire and just fucking. You're s-
Choke him out.
Thanks, Ubi. Do me a favor.
You're not allowed to kill him though. You're just gonna have to hurt him really bad.
Someone's got to edit this shit show. That ain't gonna be fucking me.
Well, boys, I guess this is going to be the last episode of Borderline Hooligans podcast.
And this
Alex
is
couldn't
the
keep his mouth
inaugural
shut.
edition.
Am I a boy now?
Well, X, Y's, and Z's.
This is the inaugural edition of Borderline Hooligans, uncensored and uncut.
We just recorded at Alex's old house and just throw it on the internet. See what happens.
Basically.
Oh, the intro comes in 5 minutes into the episode.
Yeah.
That's how it is 95% of the time.
Oops.
When we record, yes, but
Yeah,
when
we
you
have to
listen to the
discuss.
Yeah, we
episode...
actually post it.
Oh, so do we got anything else?
Not
really.
That was unnecessary.
Yeah.
I don't know. It seemed pretty necessary to me.
Thanks, Brady.
Good ender, you know.
Yeah.
Shows how boring we are.
Indeed.
You said it, not me.
Well, you're a part of the group, so
Hey, yo, no.
I called us all boring. You're here right now.
I'm the lively one of the group.
The life
Keep
of the party.
things spicy.
you didn't
Spicy.
you didn't speak for like 10 minutes.
It was
You were
longer
talking
than
about
that.
your guns. You
It was-
guys
you
act
could-
like I'm into
That was
that.
more than 10 minutes, but
That was a lot longer than 10 minutes. That was like a good 15, 20 minutes that she was just
It
sitting
was
there
at least
quietly.
10 minutes after I
Okay,
stopped
but have you
talking
ever
about
guys
that.
heard me that silent for that long?
No, I think we need to talk about guns more often, though.
come on, Sav. You got to talk about guns, too.
Come on, Sav. What's not fun about guns?
You ever shot a gun?
No, I
Really?
don't plan on it either.
Aaron, you're fucking up here. Come on.
Yes.
No.
I'm not gonna force her to do something she doesn't want
You
to
didn't
do.
want to try
You know what
it?
that
No.
sounds like? That sounds like fucking rape, Brady.
Whoa.
You
Maybe
have to-
not, but whatever.
Hey.
I know when I have kids, I don't give a shit if they're a boy or girl. They're going to learn to shoot.
Oh, my kids will learn how to defend themselves.
Oh, hell yeah.
But you don't even have a desire to, like, try it.
Yeah.
Why not?
Just once or twice.
I just don't trust myself. I don't know.
Oh,
That's
for heaven's
fair.
sake.
If you don't trust yourself, you're not safe with a gun. So that's a really good
Oh,
reason
yeah.
to not shoot one.
Yeah.
You have to feel comfortable with a gun in order to shoot it. If you don't
Like,
feel
I
comfortable
don't,
with it,
I
you
feel
shouldn't shoot it.
uncomfortable just having like knowing there's guns in rooms. Like it just makes me a very uncomfortable person.
Liberal. That was a joke.
You really
Take it as
think
one.
I'm a liberal?
No. That's why it's a joke.
Really?
Jesus.
Now she has to laugh.
we can
There
talk.
she goes.
We just talked about Sav throwing hands, but we could still go there.
So you have nothing to be afraid of right here.
No, I know.
Round
it's not
one,
even me
fight.
being afraid. I don't even know what it is.
I will
just-
admit, I get kind of where she's coming. There has been moments where I've been around people who have a gun where I'm just like, this person
Hmm.
I don't trust. Like
Yep,
we went to a
yep.
party
You see, that's
in the
understandable.
middle of a woods years ago. And I remember this dude I didn't know was just strapped, like just had a pistol on the side. And we were like, I'm talking, I don't even know if I had my license at the time. And this guy was not that much older than me. So like he had no reason to have a gun.
He wasn't even
And-
old enough to have it then
Wait,
either.
No.
wait,
And he thought it was cool to like show it around and like I'm just like, this
Mm.
isn't
Wait.
good.
Was that woods party that I almost got pushed into the fire?
Yes. By that one girl that I don't remember her name.
I remember her
For
name.
whatever
but,
reason,
like,
this guy and this girl actually started like tussling.
no, it was more
I can
along
see
the fact of me
I think
doing
she
this-
started it, but
I never pushed her or touched
so
her.
you never
Mm.
fought back. She was attacking you.
Yes, but I was being my usual sarcastic self, and it did not help that I was drunk.
And it was playful.
I
It
could
wasn't
see
like
it.
there was
I
actual...
could see someone getting in a fight
Oh,
with Alex.
No,
but she
it,
fell over and the fire was really close. Like you said,
No,
almost
like-
hit the ring.
like I was pushing buttons, like I push buttons.
No, really?
Yeah. I was pushing her buttons just because I was at this time I thought she was single. She wasn't, and my friend was trying to push me into it, sort of thing. So I was pushing buttons, trying to get her to talk to me some way. And I pushed one too many. She got mad, pushed me on my shoulders, and she realized right after she pushed me that she pushed me right towards the fire ring. And honestly, I don't know how this happened, but literally I put a hand on one side of the fire ring and rolled to the other side and landed on my back. I am honestly surprised that I did not catch on fire.
To be honest, at the time, now that I think back to it, you probably weren't doing a terrible you weren't doing terrible to get her to talk to you. It's
No.
not like you were bugging her to the point where she was actually pissed. It was a very playful.
Oh, yeah, it was a very playful
Yeah.
push and everything. It
Yeah.
It wasn't like she was pissed and was trying to murder me.
You saying you're pressing buttons reminded me of the bar whenever you said just calm down. And then I remembered the Whitest Kids You Know video of just calm down, calm down, just calm down.
Yeah, it was not that same kind of pushing buttons.
No,
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
not.
You
the same.
fucked up.
But going back to the gun thing and why I feel about them, my brother had a BB gun, okay? And he's 4 years older than me and he loved to torment me.
Oh.
Mm,
So he had the safety or maybe there was like no BB bullets, whatever.
They do have safeties on most BB
But
guns, so
there was no bullet. It was like air. But he put it up to my knee and shot it, and I had like a hole, not a hole, like I had like a ring on my
welt.
knee.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
and it
the air
never,
has to go somewhere.
but it never went like anywhere. Like I still have it, so
I've almost got an air injection. Those are dangerous.
Yeah, those are very dangerous.
yeah. My
Yeah.
brother gave me a lot of trauma. It's okay.
It sounds like it.
They put me in a dryer and started it.
We don't have to unload
Excuse
Whoa,
me?
whoa. You can't just gloss over that.
Oh,
No.
gotcha.
You cannot just gloss over
That's
that.
messed up.
If
That
you
is
want to
very
know
messed
why
up.
she's claustrophobic, here's the reason.
What's
I'm
your
claustrophobic
reason?
as well. So.
What's your reason?
It's not like tight spaces for me. It's spots where I feel like I could get stuck. I
You don't-
panic.
That's
You want to
fair.
know my 13th reason?
Oh no.
Wonder how I got these scars.
I gotta know how long though.
Probably like less than 10 seconds.
Holy
Pretty
shit.
messed
But
up.
it's the
Yeah.
fact, like, they were like, just get in, it'll be fun, it'll be like a ride. And they, like,
Yeah.
they, like, lined it up with pillows and blankets.
Oh my
At least it was
gosh.
soft.
Yeah.
Seems
Until
like
they
a-
turned
But
it
I
on.
was screaming bloody murder for, like, the 10 seconds.
Was there an adult somewhere?
No. My sister is 6 years older than me,
Okay.
so she
Okay,
was
that explains why
babysitting.
then.
Yeah.
Okay, no, me and my brother's relationship with our sister is very, very different. Like very different.
Me and my brother are close now.
No, like even growing up, like someone fucked with our sister. They got either a good talking to and threatened very heavily. And if they continued to go, we kick their ass.
Can't relate. I did not get that treatment.
Because I know I've told the story on the podcast, the kid with the wide eyes that he kept calling my sister hot.
Yeah.
There was also another time that my sister was getting picked on the bus and actually getting pushed around. And I remember him doing it to my sister as I was getting on the bus, like after school. And I picked him up as well. I was like, you continue to pick on my sister, you're going to have a problem with me. And I set him down in the chair and he did nothing.
Now that I remember that, I remember you being very defensive of your sister, and I remember me being the exact opposite. If my sister had a problem on the bus, I was like, cry about it.
Go rape her. See if I give a shit.
No.
No,
I'm
I
not
am-
talking that far, but
My sister is a princess. End of story.
me and my sister didn't get
Yes.
well, like we didn't get along very well. We
But
still
you
don't
also-
great, but like I don't
you-
hate her or anything, but
You also didn't have brothers to tussle with.
no.
That's how my brother was.
Just me and my sister.
I've fought both of my brothers multiple times, but I have yet to fight my sister.
No, we fought.
We
Legitimate
definitely
hands thrown.
fought.
Yeah. I don't think any of my siblings have legitimately fought our sister because we got that out on our brothers.
Back when I was younger, whenever she would like piss me off and she would just be annoying and trying to hit me, my technique was just sit on her because I was bigger.
God, I swear to God, you're my brother.
That's just the tech. I think every like
Older
brother
sibling.
sister.
It was
Oh, I
every
used to-
older sibling.
I used to do that to my
Yeah.
youngest sibling all
Those
the time.
words just like brought tears to my eyes. Like
She's
the-
getting
it just
PTSD.
resurfaced all of the trauma.
It's just the natural thing to do. Like I'm bigger, I'll just sit on her. You know what you gonna do about it?
Cry.
No.
My mom was like, so she always said, only call me in case of emergencies. My sister would just get so mad at me. She
I
would
know
call
this.
mom, and then mom would be pissed, and then it just never ended well because mom would come home and fucking throw a fit, and we're already pissed off, and it just it was never good.
She's so happy. Like we had the same thing, but I was your little sister.
No.
We had the same childhood,
My
Oh,
just different
my.
roles.
my youngest brother used to do that all the time. Anytime we'd pick on him, he'd start crying and call mom. Remember at one time we disconnected all the phones? We couldn't call mom.
My siblings weren't that smart.
Wish I would have thought of that now. Damn.
Like we disconnected all the phones. So we couldn't call mom. Or we would take one and put it off to the side of the receiver. So that way anybody called it would instantly go to voicemail saying that the line was busy, but he couldn't call mom through any other phone.
Oh my goodness.
I still don't remember what started any of these arguments between my sister. It would just be pointless bullshit.
Oh,
It turned
yeah.
into
It
a
always is.
fucking-
Yeah.
I got a question. So, whenever you knew that you and your sibling were about to fight, what was your go-to move to start the fight?
What never like trying to start it. I just wanted like
No, but like you knew, like they're just pissing you off to the point like, all right, I'm doing something about this.
it usually just started with like somebody would push each other, and then after that it was just whatever happened. No
Okay,
holds
but
barred.
okay, what was your first move after that first shove?
Shoving the fuck back something. I don't know.
It's instinct at that point, honestly.
I think my go-to for starting fights with Cam was always throwing the TV remote at him. And
I didn't really
I'll
like
tell
that.
you what, 10-year-old Aaron had phenomenal aim because I swear to God, every fucking time it smacked him right in the head. Every fucking time.
I'd hit. Ah,
I got it. Jesus.
my bad, my bad.
Just go.
You hit your brother.
Yeah, I'd hit my brother. Like I'd like slap him, and then I'd start running away. But I was never fast enough, and
That's-
he always caught up to me, and I always regretted hitting him.
No, whenever the not my youngest, but the I guess oldest younger brother started a fight with me, he'd start the fight, he'd run away, and I wouldn't care. Just be like, whatever. Then later on, he'd come running at me, tackle me, hit me 2-3 times, and then run away again. You ever remember that happening when you were over?
I don't think so.
Because I know he did that all the time. If there would be like a week-long period where he'd be mad at me.
Me and my sister fought over stupid shit. It was
Well, my go-to move whenever my younger siblings pissed me off was to take something away from them. Like, whenever my youngest brother ever pissed me off, I took away the Xbox, or I took away the Wii.
I actually did do the same thing to my sister. She would
Yeah.
use my PlayStation 2, and I would just be like, well, if you want to be able to use the PlayStation 2, then I reckon you better go grab me that water I asked for, or like, just,
reckon you better do this.
just get her to do little tasks that just made my life easier. Like,
Well, most of the time when mom and dad left, they gave us a list of chores that had to be done
Or
by
I'd
the
do
time
something
they
like
get
that.
home. And we would each divide it up. Like, the beginning of the night, we're like, okay, you're going to do this, you're going to do this, you're going to do this, I'm going to do this, blah, 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 blah. And most of us would go and just do it and get it over with and go enjoy our night. But he never wanted to. So we would take away the Xbox. We would unplug the PS3. We would take away the Wi-Fi or the router internet cord, so that way he couldn't do anything on the internet.
My mom also left list, but she would give us
Assigned.
specific like chores that we needed to do.
No, she
I
So
wish
she
my
would
mom would've
know
done
which
that.
person didn't do said chore.
if my mom would have done that, I'd have liked it a lot better, because I specifically remember fighting with my sister over which chores we were going to do, because
Mhm.
some were easier than others.
Yeah.
And that started those arguments where it ended with me sitting on her.
Oh,
That's why I always woke up early in the summer. I always do like the 3 easiest chores to be like, did my shit for the day. You two enjoy yourselves.
I was the exact opposite. I was the holy shit, mom and dad just pulled in the driveway. I gotta fucking go. Let's do some dishes fast as fuck, boys.
Well, see, ours was normally like feeding calves, scraping stalls, and stuff like that.
We had laundry and dishes. Don't sound so bad anymore, huh?
Me and the second oldest would go out and we'd just do all the farm stuff, and those two were in charge of the house stuff, and that's always how it's been. And when they would divvy it up, we would divvy it up in the morning, and he always got last dibs because he was never awake.
Oh yeah, because I get pissed off. I had to go feed the fucking calves and then have to come inside and do dishes. Like, what kind of bullshit is
Well,
this?
it wasn't like
I'm the man of the house. Come on.
Yeah, goddamn it. Where's my
Bullshit.
goddamn supper?
It was normally like a list of like
Sorry.
10 things though, like feed
I'm
calves,
sorry, I
scrape
found that way
this
too
out.
funny.
Listen here.
Sorry, Saf, but I'm sorry.
what?
You didn't catch it. We're good.
All right, never mind.
No, what'd
It
you
was
say?
nothing directly at you.
No.
It was women in general.
Stay with your chest, Aaron.
Repeat it.
You don't know what Okay, so we're arguing because, like, I said we had to do outside chores, and I'd be pissed off if I had to come in and do inside chores too. And then I was like, "Where's my supper? God damn it!"
I'm the man of the house.
Because Brady said I'm the man of the house, and then I said, "Yeah," because
I don't actually believe that kind of stuff. Don't.
It was just a funny ha-ha.
Yeah.
I didn't find it funny.
You never find
You
any
never
of my
find
shit
anything
funny.
we find funny.
Hey, I disagree. She finds some of the
Specifically
stuff
me,
funny.
just so she could be pissed off at me.
Yeah,
I mean,
lay up my
no.
bro Aaron, okay? Give him some
Shut
leeway.
the fuck up.
Hey, I'm dating him too. I give
No,
him
you're
leeway.
not.
Wrong.
Are you gonna get that ring eventually?
Yes. I'm gonna put it on his finger. Make him
Get
feel
him a
special.
promise ring.
Oh no.
I'm the man in our relationship, Sav. Okay.
Ooh, yeah, I don't think that between the two of you that you would be the man in the relationship. I have a rough time believing that Alex
just the
would be
guy
man
wearing
in this
cat ears.
relationship.
I'm the one making all
real.
the money.
You're wearing cat ears. You're right. That's your third time doing that, and you think you're the man of the relationship.
Here's the thing: I've prompted him every single time, and
Yes,
he
you
always
did.
obliges.
I'm pretty sure between a relationship between you and Sav, she might be the man of the relationship over you.
I don't know about that.
Hey, yo.
Alex, where's my supper?
It's in the fridge. You can heat it up yourself.
I don't think Aaron would ever say that to me.
It's a shrimp ring.
Aaron, prove it wrong. Come on, do it. That look.
We're just saying stuff just to get a rouse out of Sav now.
Oh man.
Hey,
I'll
Sav,
fuck you up.
you're wrong.
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 About what?
You're just wrong.
Okay.
In general, I guess.
Okay, Brady, here's the thing. I wouldn't say, where's my supper? I would probably say, hey, when are we eating?
Yeah, that's true. I think all
It's
of
how
us-
you word it.
Yeah, you can still get what you want. You just got to work around the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Use the right words. Got it.
Now I'm gonna be sus every time he says that. Be like, I
Anything-
don't know, make your own supper.
Anything supper related from now on. It's like, so honey, what do you want to eat for dinner tonight? I don't know. What do you want to eat?
Isn't
Big
that how
man
it
of the
is
house.
anyways? You gotta
Yeah.
play the guessing game.
No, yeah. Like, I literally probably had to list off about 4 or 5 different places until she's like, yeah, that sounds good.
Hey, Sav,
Sometimes I don't know what I want. Okay.
Sav, can you do me a favor?
No, because I genuinely don't know what I want.
At any moment,
no,
I'm
no,
craving
no,
something.
no.
I know what I want right
No,
now.
no, no.
I don't.
Sav, can you just generally do me a favor? I will get you back later. I will literally owe you a favor. I'm not kidding.
You got
It is a
the-
very simple favor.
What?
Take off the headphones, cover your ears, and don't listen to shit I'm about to say.
No.
All
You
right.
can listen to it later, can't you? I mean,
Yeah, she can.
Hey,
No, because it's advice for your boyfriend about dealing with you.
No, I already know what to do. I already know what you're going to say.
Do I?
Yeah, you got to be
Yes.
like,
and
oh,
to be like, guess where we're going?
Yeah.
Yeah.
that was-
trust me, I've done that.
I call him
That's
out
worked-
on it every time. I'm like, you're just doing that. I said that to you Thursday, actually, when we
Well,
went to
I-
B-dubs.
Well, yeah, but you know, you didn't have a choice that night. I wanted fucking meetups.
I know, but I was like, I say this, we're gonna go there just because I said it.
That has worked for me every single time that I've gone on.
I mean,
a
does
date,
it
though.
work though?
I don't know if it's
sometimes
a-
it's like, oh, guess where we're going, and I'm like, oh, this place. Even though like it's not what I want, but I just figured that's where we're going.
I don't know if it's a man woman thing if we think of this different, but like as soon as I become hungry, I've got an idea in my head what I would love to have right now.
Exactly.
See, like that's like also like we don't want like what we want. We don't want to disappoint you guys with what we want.
You don't understand how little we care when we
Also,
ask you
I
where
could
you
eat
want to
just about
go.
anything
I'm
most
just
times.
explaining how girls think, okay?
Because I have my no-goes, which is basically Burger King.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
my
disgusting.
no-go, my no-go is Burger King.
See,
And if I ask a girl where she wants to go, I do not give a shit as long as she doesn't say Burger King.
That's a non-negotiable.
And if she
Yes.
says
Done
Burger
right
King,
there.
you're like, God damn it, we're going to Burger King.
And no, I'm like, okay, how bad do you want to go to Burger King? Because I really
Oh, I
hate Burger
fucking
King.
Dude,
love Burger King.
low-key slap.
I
All
love
right,
Whoppers. Yum, 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 yum.
All right,
lost
we are
me.
done. We are done.
I like Burger King.
You lost
It's
me.
their fries.
Okay, no, I'm not saying individual items. I'm saying
In general.
in general.
Nah, like I could eat BK.
Have
Nope.
it your way.
Aaron's looking over at me like, what?
We never eat Burger
We
King. That's
never
the
eat at
thing.
BK.
Because you told me you don't care for it.
Uh-uh.
Okay,
Ooh.
we're not going on
Let's
with
have a
this.
full-scale
that's-
argument
That
right
is a private argument.
It's not an argument,
Rugged
y'all.
English.
My dad, anytime we can't
Golly.
figure out what to eat, my dad would just be like, how about Burger King? And I'll just look at him. He already knows like not to continue any further. The only time they have Burger King is when they know I'm not going to be home to eat. And they're just like, perfect chance to go get Burger King.
When is there a perfect time to eat Burger King?
Never.
Never.
But
Always.
You're willing to be disappointed? 'Cause that's what Burger King is. Just
The
a
last
giant
time-
disappointment.
I ate
I've
Burger
been
King.
disappointed more at McDonald's than I have with Burger
I
King.
don't know.
No,
I also do not go to McDonald's. That's the thing.
I would rather have McDonald's than Burger King just because I can get myself a McGangbang.
Last time I went to Burger King, I was very disappointed with the way it tasted. And then I went with my grandma and my sister. And my grandma also was like, yeah, I'm agreeing with you on this one. You should like Burger King, but this fucking sucks. She didn't say it that way. Definitely not.
You know how your grandma swears in front of you?
Yes. I mean, she has, but like, not very commonly.
Sonny.
The only time my grandma swears in front of me is when my grandpa's not around.
Because grandpa doesn't like swearing.
My grandpa is a grumpy old man. Like, you know, grumpy old men?
The movie.
The movie.
Yeah.
Multiply their complaining by 100 and you got my grandpa.
You're
At least
kidding
you
me.
have a grandpa still.
I am very fortunate.
Facts.
I'm not going to say I'm not, because I am very fortunate. I have both my grandpas and I still have a grandma left.
Damn, you're doing better than my ratio.
Same. I'm
No, I-
50% right now.
Got one grandma left. That's it.
Ooh.
I am very fortunate. Although I do not care for my grandpa much because he annoys the piss out of me.
So
If
you
you-
obviously have a favorite.
Yeah, but that other grandpa is never really home either, and I'm not that close with him. I am the oldest on the side of the grandpa that I do not like being around that often.
I got you.
So I have a closer relationship with him than I do my other grandpa, where I'm like in the middle of 32 cousins.
Right. Well, we're going kind of long, boys.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
are.
We're
we
at
are.
9:30
Jesus
almost.
fuck. Okay.
Like 2 hours almost.
You bring in an extra
Jesus.
person, you get an extra person worth of content, you know?
Yeah, I mean, maybe you guys should start subscribing to us and, like, you know, sharing with your friends the Borderline Hooligans podcast, how it's the best thing you've ever listened to and is like God's nectar in your ears. I mean,
Mediocre at best.
I give us like a 2 out of 5.
On Rotten Tomatoes.
One of Sav's here.
17%.
Hey, yo!
so I guess we're just gonna wrap it up here. You can find us on Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram as BL Hooligans. You can find us on YouTube and Twitch as Borderline Hooligans. We do plan on doing more streams in the future. We will try our best to let you know. I'm sorry if you enjoyed the stream and you're missing out on that. And next year, towards the beginning of the year, I hope to release it in February, like this was originally released, is going to be our D&D podcast. We're going to start doing that. At that rate, boys, I think we're there. Bye.
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 Brady, get your hand out of your pants.